All right, and we are live. If you're watching us on YouTube, whether you're watching us live or a replay, I'm going to be helping a handful of agency owners grow their business all the way from getting traffic to getting discovery calls booked to managing those discovery sales calls, conducting those calls to close deals, onboarding, upselling, all those kinds of agency things. So if you find this valuable, feel free to leave a comment, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And if you want to be a part of one of these coaching calls, well, then if you scroll down below this video, go in the description, there's a link in there. You can go and click on that, and then you can book a call to have a conversation with me where we can learn a little bit more about each other, and I'll tell you if I can help you or not. All right. So without further ado, go ahead and enjoy. Um, all right. Oh, Sloan, what's going on, bro? My bad.
Hey, what's good, bro?
Chilling, chilling. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Just got back from the gym, so
Okay. What gym are you going to now?
I went to my sister's gym.
Okay.
She lives like 5 minutes from me, so I just been working out there.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
Yeah,
What's
man.
so what's the word? What's
Man,
the
this girl, bro, she's stressing me out. But I knew that was gonna happen, man. That's why I had I don't know if you remember, but I had taken off like I didn't want like those channels. Um, so I took that verbiage off because I just did hashtags instead within the same private thing. Because I felt, I mean, it's like anyone who has a freaking mind, they're gonna start questioning like, oh, why is this empty?
Is
Um,
it is it channels or I mean I don't know. Are you talking about the thing that's me, you, and her? Or are you talking about like the wins channel, value drops channel and stuff
yeah,
like that?
like those two.
Okay, so you basically took out the value drops and the wins channel and stuff.
Well, I wanted to, but I mean, you had suggested to always to go to revert back to the original, but I had just hashtags. I put hashtags when I did what's her name, the very first one before we made changes to like the onboarding page. I had hashtags. Um,
Okay.
because I didn't want to give them the opportunity to like mingle in one group when I don't have a group, you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean. I have to visually see it because I'm a visual person, bro.
like the value drops, you know what I'm talking about? Or the general channel, but I'll show you.
So if I come in here, so this is obviously like me, you, and then whatever. So you're saying that like for example, this is a channel, this is a channel.
Yeah.
So you're saying you wanted to get rid of like the channels, like the value drops, the general channel stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that way I
Um,
don't give them a chance to like not mingle in there, but see that there's only, three people there.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I feel like, to be honest, bro, I feel like Crystal is just a little bit not normal, but everybody else, like nobody asks. Like again, if you look at Riviera, if you look at everybody, everybody creates their own channel. Nobody ever has issues. Nobody. It's only literally been Crystal. Like even people that have kind of sort of experience, like Keith, they're just not going to ask about it. She's just like hyper aware. But the thing is, like, you need these because you need to build them up over time. You need people to chat in them. You just need like the wins and the value drops. You need that stuff over time. And so it's just a matter of like playing it cool. So I think again, just now you have the wisdom, now you have the foresight to know like, okay, you say things along the lines of, what I said to you. I don't know if you saw my message.
yeah, I did read it.
Right. Just like, hey, so I'm going to be inviting you, and this is a brand new Slack, so it's nice and clean. I don't know how familiar with it. And so you just say those kinds of things so that the spidey senses are not going off.
Hmm.
Um, so that's my 2 cents about that. I mean, we can talk about how to handle her, but more importantly, what I want to focus on is just like longevity. Like you do need the channels and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah.
example, like how are you going to send like the group coaching calls? Like for example, like would you message each individual person?
Um, I mean, there could be that one channel, but like the wins or all of that. But the issue is to me at least because I guess I'm aware I'm like her style too because I'm hyper aware as well. Like before even getting like a single client or whatever, I figured it's like okay, well they're gonna catch on. They should catch on because they're going to a Slack that's pretty much empty, which is why I also made it private. Um, so they wouldn't be able to see all the different DMs for whatever reason. You saw, I think I showed you you saw how it looked before. But yeah, I
So,
just
so my question to you is this. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. What I'm trying to get is I'm trying to get your solution for this. Like, so what would you do to send out a group coaching call? Like, for example, how I do it every single Monday. Like, how would you go about doing that? Like, what would your flow be?
it could be just if I'm doing a calendar invite, and then I'll just put all their emails in there, copy and paste their emails. That's one option. Um, yeah, I think that's an option in terms of that. But I mean, that's just I guess I don't know, man. I think it's just kind of like um the same thing of like now she has in mind that there's 8 photographers, so she's probably gonna be expecting that. The other ones probably don't give a crap or don't remember, but they were told 24, 25, whatever the case might be. Um, so I guess that's another issue type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, again, I wouldn't sweat it too much, bro. Like maybe I'm underestimating it. I don't want you to feel like I'm not like downplaying the situation. I'm not like, saying it doesn't matter because it does matter. What I'm just saying is that it's not as big as maybe you right now feel it is.
Hmm.
it's just a one person thing. It's not, I this is literally the first time I've had this in all the years. Like literally, this is the first time. You know what I mean? Like Riviera creates his own channel. Everybody creates his own channel. So everybody has their own channel for six figures and they niche down. They have another channel. I've never heard it until now. And so what I'm just trying to get across to you is that, maybe you're hyper aware and so maybe you think it's normal, but it's just you and her. But otherwise it wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
And what's much more important to understand is just like building out the proper systems and building things out, um, just the proven way. Instead of like, again, maybe the Google advice works, whatever, but it's just like what I've come to find that this is just the easiest thing to do. Like this goes back to like, if you do that, there will be issues. We don't know what those issues are, but there will be issues. Like, for example, I'm thinking to myself right now, you know, I I make small little mistakes where like I copy and paste the names and then some names don't belong. Like something as small as that, like that makes a difference.
hmm,
So again, I'm just like telling you based off of my experience and doing it a bajillion different ways, like this is just the easiest way. And it's much more important that you just build things up and you have the right infrastructure as opposed to like letting this one girl like bother you. It's not that serious.
yeah,
Like don't let her get in the way of what you need to be doing to have peace of mind down the road.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind like building from the beginning at all. I just don't like saying things and things not being like, you know what I mean, which is unfortunately is part of the game. I don't like saying like I have 23 photographers. I don't like certain things like that. I don't like to do, you know.
I
So
got you.
like, unfortunately, it's like I guess part of this, the part of building this, but I would much rather if I'm being honest, I would much rather um find a way to convey the value, right, without like having testimonials that aren't real, or that aren't mine, I should say, because I mean, considering Wendy's, I feel like she's real. But the other ones, you know what I mean? So that's my thing. I would much rather start from the like if I'm going to start from the zero, might as well start from zero, and make that the thing that I kind of cling on to in terms of like, hey man, this is brand new. Do you want to be jump on board right now or not? You know what I mean? Like I would rather take that angle.
Yeah.
'Cause then that would really save a lot of mind because I think about that stuff a lot.
Yeah. Um, I mean, you seem like you know, instead of me telling you like, hey man, this is just how it is and how psychology works and mindset and all that stuff, like it just wouldn't work. What I would tell you is like when you pivot to, for example, like the next niche, like the dentist niche, right? At that point, perhaps you practice it there, right? Perhaps you practice it there and you say, hey, look, I'm building this brand new thing, and you do it that way. You do it the way that you feel that feels ethically and morally aligned with you. you know for me it's like I have to do it this way because I'm on a certain clock. Like I have to get you guys a certain amount of results within a certain amount of time. If it was up to me, bro, if it was up to me, I would get you guys to fucking not run any ads, don't do anything, and go work with some people for free for like 7 months. Like that's what I would do, right? That's what I did, and that's what I would have you guys do. Like go in the trenches, work 7 months for free, door knock, get some results, record some testimony, and then build and then launch ads. Like that's how I would do it, and that's the right way to do it. It's
Yeah.
just, again, as you know, I only have so much time to get people results. And so just like if you were to say that, it's if you were to say like, hey, I don't have, this is brand new and all that stuff, what would happen is your conversion rate would significantly drop, as you know. And then what would happen is, again, you're going to be burning through your cash. And then
Hmm.
eventually run out of ad spend. Remember our conversation about 2 months ago? Hey, Kushi, I'm considering this other thing to make money. And I'm like, no, you can't afford to do that. You know what I mean? And so now all of a sudden, like those things become much more prevalent. But I hear you. I hear you. I get it.
Yeah, man.
Um,
So I'm thinking about what to tell her. Especially about Wendy, because I mean, she even called Wendy and stuff like that. So she's like active. I'm thinking like saying something about like she graduated pretty much, like she's no,
yeah, exactly.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even bring it up because that's how I would play it. My thing is like I'm just trying to get her attention off of it and then get her launch. And then as soon as she's launched, she's getting results. She'll be excited. She's not even gonna bring it up. Just in my experience, right? Um, and if she does bring it up, you're more than welcome to say what you just said. That I think that's a good move. Like, hey, yeah, Wendy's not inside the Slack again. It's not part of this cohort. She actually started with us a very long time ago. But if you ever wanted to have a conversation with her, she's an open book. You're welcome to reach out to her, hop on a Zoom call, phone call with her. She's pretty chill. She helps out some of our existing or some of the new people that we have do reach out to her. And so she's known to be an OG and kind of like a little bit of an older sister figure to a lot of the people. So something like that. Like I would probably do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Did she message you in Slack or text you?
Slack.
Okay, so she messaged you
Yeah,
privately.
yeah, private and Slack.
Okay, okay. This is
And
here.
I mean, I think she has three questions, so I feel like I need to address all of them. If not, she'll know. Okay, he's sidestepping the question. Like if I don't answer all three.
Yeah. Hey, Esto, so I think I did answer all of them except for the Wendy thing. Um, but I kind of allude to that because I'm saying like, hey, it's a new cohort. So it's
Hmm.
like that's why Wendy's not in here. It's like,
Okay.
duh, that's why Wendy's not in here because it's a new cohort.
Okay.
So you can maybe slightly tweak this if you want. Like, hey, yeah, this is a new Slack for the current cohort that you're part of. That's why you don't see Wendy. Comment. That's why you don't see Wendy. Here's her number, by the way. Maybe you give her. Did you give Wendy's number or Instagram or what?
Instagram and Google review place.
Hmm.
Google.
I don't know. I don't know if Riviera would be cool with it. Like maybe when Riviera hops in, we ask him. But I feel like there he is. He's hopping right there. If he's cool with that, like if you just give her a number, like I mean, there's like that's like irrefutable. It's like, hey, how do you have this girl's number? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
That is kind of asking a lot from her though, and you know what I mean? But
asking a lot from Wendy.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I think that's a lot. But I'm curious to to get Daniel's opinion too, man.
Hey guys.
Yeah, sure. What's going on, Daniel? So Estelan's having Estelan's having a little bit of a mental crisis. He's having what's the word? I'm having a brain fart right now. Imposter syndrome like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
He's
Okay, for sure.
Estelan's like, man, I don't want to tell people I got 20, 50 bajillion clients, bro. I gotta tell them I'm building from the ground up. I'm just busting your balls, Estelan. But
It's true,
Is it
bro.
like in what way though? Is it like yeah, I guess in what way?
so we have this girl. I'll let Eslan talk, but just really quick, I want to throw my 2 cents in there. But we had this girl who Eslan was telling me he's like she's free, she was scammed in the past and all that stuff, and she's super spidey senses. And then I did onboard. She's the one I did the onboarding with yesterday. Super nice lady. And I felt like by the end of it, we really turned around. But then she was still saying certain words like, "Hey, I just need a little bit of time." And so she's just like, it's not normal, right? Like Riviera, whenever you create your Slack, I was telling Eslan this, like we've all created our Slack from zero. We all didn't have anybody, and we all said like we had a bunch of clients and everything. Nobody ever questioned it. And so I
Yeah.
was just like telling him, like, I've literally never had anybody bring it up. But the thing is with Crystal, one, she's got spidey senses, and then two, she's been using Slack for a long time. So she's not like new to it. And so she's basically asked him, she's like, hey, Esto, when are we scheduling to meet? So that's a different thing that me and you have to talk about, Eslan. That's more like on, so this is very really important. So I actually want to spend instead. I didn't want to spend time on this. I want to spend time on this. But I noticed that nothing has been posted in Slack. Is this new or your team? I also don't see Wendy in the Slack, and so Estelon is like, shitting bricks. I'm like, bro, just say
Yeah.
that. And so, anyways, I'll stop talking. I'll let Estelon take it over, and we'll kind of maybe he wanted to, I think, get your thoughts on how you might handle it or what your thoughts were.
Yeah, you always get the rare stuff, Esto, because it's like I ran through like 8 or 9 people and I've never had someone like because what someone reached out to Wendy to be like, hey, I'm talking to this Esto guy and he told me your Instagram, so I want to reach out. And then that's super rare. And then now Esto's got this. So I would say, yeah, it's kind of a fluke kind of thing, but just because I've never had that experience. But I would say, I mean, it just sounds like, yeah, she's been spy. Is this the same girl that's like kind of like the one that reached out to Wendy and then like Wendy talked to her on the phone and all that?
They
Esto?
actually talked. I know she called Wendy. I don't know. I was gonna ask you too in the group we all share.
Wendy recorded the
Oh,
call. She said if you ever want the link, she send it.
oh
I don't
yeah,
know what it said, but it was like a 10-minute call.
yeah. I definitely would appreciate that. I was gonna ask you in that group too. Is so her and then the other guy. What are the things that they ask so that way we can all be aware of
Yeah.
what is in their subconscious, I guess. that
Yeah, in their
curious
mind.
or a skeptic
I know
about.
one guy messaged her and he's like, he was just very like point blank. He was just like, "Hey, I'm from talked to Eston and he told me things about you. How's the program?" And then she's like, "Oh, it's good. I only had a good thing to say. It's really helpful." It's like, "Did you make profit based off your ad spend?" And then it's just like, then I think she just said, "Yeah, I'm in the green. The first month I actually was in the green because I closed a lot, and yeah, I've been happy since, and he's been a great partner, whatever, or great help, or something along those lines." What I'll do is she doesn't get off work till like 6, but I'll have her screen grab all those combos, send it to you, and then I think she has a link to that call too.
Okay.
Then that way you could just have just in case there's something. And I think we could. I don't have it, so I think she has it. So we just have to dissect what yeah, what those questions are, what those hesitancies are, what kind of questions they're asking. Um, because I don't know what was fully said on that call.
Yeah, for
I haven't reviewed it or anything. Um, so yeah, I'd have to see that. But as for, the skeptic, I mean, it sounds like Koshik has a message to send out. I think it's probably better than anything I can spin up on the fly, but I would say that is kind of abnormal for sure. But
sure.
I
That's
mean, I would
Excellent.
just say like, I don't know. I don't know what I would, but yeah.
That's on what when you said you wanted to get Rivera's thought, like what specifically, like did you have a specific question for him? I didn't mean to like set it up and maybe there was like specific things you wanted to go over with Rivera.
No, literally just that his thoughts on the message itself.
Let's
But
share the
yeah, I don't know if you know, but I've talked to the Quiz Sheik like since starting, right? Because um for one reason or the other, I was from the beginning just not really down with using like the testimonials and stuff like that. But then I understand how important they are, and how the role they play in psychology and in conversion and stuff like that. So it's like kind of sticking with it. But in the very beginning, I just had a feeling that this was gonna pop up maybe
Mhm.
not so soon, but somebody was going to ask about like, oh, why is it so empty, or this. Of course, she seems to fit the description of the person who would ask though, because she's pretty skeptical.
I mean, she sounds like she's been like that all the time. I mean, I've had a skeptical guy. I just never got to the end and closed him, but he was kind of the same way. And he called me out for being like, I looked up the photographer in your slide and couldn't find him online. So these are very public figures. Why can't I find this guy's name? Like, well, what's his moniker? What does he go by? What's his at? What's his Instagram? Are you even real? Is this any of this real? And he started having like a flip out moment. I remember that was like, yo, dude, like chill. But I never got to close him, but I don't know, maybe she's kind of one of those types that's just like super ADHD and like or super
Yeah.
neurotic. But I
you
mean,
know
I
what?
think
Go actually I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring something with Cam real quick. Go ahead, say what you were gonna say. Rivera, sorry.
oh no, that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm trying to see the customer avatar and see from my perspective if there's anything I can like anything I've come across like this. And it was only that one dude, and yeah, I just never closed him. So
Cam had it's funny because Cam had a similar situation to you, Riviera, where he was going over all this stuff and then the guy actually like Googles like all the people, cannot find any of them, and he was like, yeah, these are all Google images. And then Cam's he's like and he calls Cam out. Cam's like, you know what, you got me, man. But here's the deal. This stuff does work and this and that. I was inside of a coaching program and this is just part of our client acquisition process, but the stuff does work. And he ended up actually closing the person.
dude, that's the MO because I I did not do that. I did the opposite. I was like, really? That's
How about
that's weird.
now?
I just acted stupid. I just played dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But
So
Cam seemed like he just owned up for some shit.
yeah, so if you guys ever get like, that situation, just own up to it and just say you're part of a coaching room. This is like, hey, copy and paste. And you can even share like maybe the snapshot or some shit. Maybe that's what you
Yeah.
want to do, right? As long since you're since you're free, since you want to be safe, maybe you have the snapshot saved just in case. Just in case.
What?
And then you could pull it up and then you'd be like, hey, this is what my coach gave me, and we just plug the information in and this is how it all works. But my results do work and and then you just go with it. Um, I
And
don't
I'm
know.
among tribe of other students that are all like basically helping photographers, or I don't know, but maybe that's too much. But
It's bro, Esteban. I told you from the get-go. I always like to get other guys in here because I don't want you to just think that I'm just saying it. But you heard Rivera. It's like never happens, bro. You're fucking weird, bro. Your
I, I
case is
I definitely believe it, bro. But even if it doesn't happen, it's not really so much about it happening. It's about
right.
yes, his conviction, but also I don't know, man. I don't know. You know,
Here's what I always tell people, bro. I always tell people, do what you need to do, get things in, and then as soon as you get things in, go work your ass off on your very first client, and then switch up your entire process. Right? Just get one person good results and switch it up.
mhm.
Right? Right? That's the solution. It's just switch it up, get Krista amazing results, and then make her your Wendy.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the response. Like, hey, just forget about Wendy. Tell her forget about Wendy. You're the next Wendy now, okay?
there you
And then
go.
she just never says anything.
There you go. That's the solution, bro. You just hype her up. Be like, hey, look, Wendy ain't in here because you the new queen bee.
We booted her out as soon as you came in.
yeah,
Like, we already knew you were going to be 30,000 per month. Like, why would we keep her here? What?
No, but for real, Daniel, what we had in mind, like messaging her, is just saying that she graduated from the program because she's already doing so good.
hmm
So I don't know. That's I guess.
What do you think about this message? What would you tweak up about it, Revere, if you can see it?
Hey, Crystal, yes, our first coaching call will be on Tuesday. Yes, this is a new Slack for the current cohort that you're a part of. In your cohort, there are three other photographers that you'll meet soon. Yes, sir, you really can coach Chic Slack. We have different Slacks and workspaces and like to keep things nice and tight per cohort. Um, yeah, I think that's perfect. I think because I mean the most you can say out of that is like, why are you part of different cohorts? And you be like, I don't know, maybe there you talk about graduation, tiers. I don't know why you could probably bullshit why you segment, but
26
basically
one.
I think that's the only thing she could kind of jab at that point. And that's a lot more leverage. Um, just saying that's our process and that's how it works. Like what can she say to that? Like, oh, why do you segment it? It's like you could probably just bullshit an answer there too. I
Like
don't
this
know.
is the 2026, like the New Year one.
Oh, sorry, what do you mean New Year?
A 2026 cohort, like the New Year one.
Yeah, I mean you could, yeah, it just became New Year. I mean, if I exactly. You go by year because by year, everyone's at the same kind of like stage. We want the same age groups together in terms of like length and program, and we do that by segmenting by year.
Yeah,
I don't know if she were to ask a follow-up, right? I'm not saying to say this now, but this is just like if she goes down rabbit hole. But
but
that's just my
the solution is like how you were saying, could she get her launch so she can just shut up, man? But I'm honestly not looking forward to doing a group call and her in it because she's gonna be asking, "Oh, where's the other seven people? Seven?" And somebody else will be like, "Seven? He said 28." Like, everybody sort of like, "He told me 23." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, I see. I don't think people are gonna do that, but I get it. I feel it. I'm starting to understand how you think, Estes, and you think like the worst case scenario, but it is probable. You think of probable things. Um, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, bro. I don't think she's gonna say that. Um,
it's like,
and
does she want to know?
if you want to tidy it up, again, it's just like about protecting it. It's like, hey, you leave our voice note before. Hey, Crystal, looking forward to hopping on this very first coaching. Again, like I said, this is a brand new cohort, so you're gonna meet two other photographers. This will be the first time you guys are all meeting each other, so I'm super excited, and we'll kind of do introductions and things like that for everybody to get to know each other. So now, what the fuck she gonna say? Like that is even more probable. That sounds even more like this is true because like nobody knows each other, nobody's fucking hung out. Nobody wants to say some dumbass shit. Nobody wants to be like, oh, I thought 28. Oh, I thought that nobody's gonna say anything because it's gonna be like the first day of class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's fucking saying some weird shit on the first day of class, bro. Nobody's gonna risk that and looking like an idiot.
Like start having everybody start at the same level type of stuff.
Yeah, it's literally like nobody's ever met each anyway. So it just actually perfectly works out for you. And again, it's just pre-frame it with Crystal. And smart thing might be just to do that with everybody, actually. Do that with the guy, do that with fucking Keith. This way you're safe, right? If that's something you're really worried about, do that.
Yeah,
Um, no. You'll be fine, bro. You'll be okay.
cool.
Um, yeah. So I hope that I hope this makes sense. Again, if you feel like tweaking it up, tweak it up. But honestly, bro, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be all right. Worst case scenario, again, I don't mean to always bring Hormozy in, but like he always talks about stuff. He's like, what's the worst that will happen, right? So
If she's gonna
she
try
finds
her
out, okay,
phone.
and then what? And then what? And then what? And then what? Nothing. Just you know what I mean? Like it's not, you'll be okay. Nothing that bad's gonna happen. You close like three fucking deals in like a month. Next month you'll close like five. Like it's okay. You'll be okay. Um, I'm busting your boss a little bit, but I'm trying to get across to you. That's it. You'll be okay. Everything's fine.
It's true, bro. It's true. I'm just, gotta get out of my head because that shit, man, I'm like, just believe the lie, woman. Just believe the lie. Stop questioning things.
Hey, this lie is for you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
bad
man.
medicine that creates good, all right? It's the
Yeah, man.
white lie that creates, you know.
It's a fib, but at the end of the day, that's what's going to. And I actually was talking to her about it. I'll be done here in a second, so we can talk about Daniel. But yesterday after the call, we did the whole asset thing, and then she was just talking and how she appreciated blah 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 that I wasn't like pushing her or trying to pressure her into purchasing when she needed time or whatever. And then we were talking about it, and I told her there is a thin line, right? There's a thin line, especially if you're talking to a client, because if you really want to help somebody, that's true, but you also can't let them. You also have to be able to help them help themselves because they might not know. So I'm
Right.
like, just take into consideration whenever you're talking to a photographer, a client of yours on the phone, she, based off what she's saying, she really wants to create these moments for them. That's what she was saying. And I told her, that that is true. But at the same time, if somebody's like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you in a month. No, you have to still pursue them, because two things could be true at the same time. But
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to come up with these questions, honestly, but whatever.
You didn't think she was gonna come up with the questions that you just showed
With
after?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, bro, like I am surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am surprised. I'm surprised, like after the onboarding, after her energy, and after what you just told me your experience was, the fact that she still brings that up, bro. She's got some fucking things to work through. Like for real. She's got some things she needs
It's
to
just
work through.
character things. Yeah, that's like her
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
that's really not normal. But
but I wonder if it's also a common sense thing too, because it's like she's looking at their like where are the members. I didn't know Slack shows all the members. If there's a way to take it off, I would take it off. If I knew, because I don't want them to know it's only us. Like this is it. That's it. I don't want them to know anybody else in there, because then they can, things like this will happen. But
I
I
think
mean,
I
are,
have 24 clients and my Slack like shows like only like a handful. So, I mean, yeah, it just seems rare just because I think I've had like 10 people clients now go through the Slack, 8 to 10 or something. And I mean, not to say, I mean, the 11th one could be me too, who knows? But I mean, the fact that it's 0 out of 10, I think if you extrapolate that, it might be like maybe 2 or 3 out of 100, right? I don't know.
yeah, I agree. I actually agree about that. I don't think there's gonna be many people like her, but
I
it's a
what I
good
would
thing for me. So
there's so much of like what I'm able to do, man, is like because of you guys. And what I mean by that is I'm learning from you guys all the time. Every day I'm learning from you guys. And then I take those lessons, I push that to other people. And then on top of that, what I do is I have you guys interact with each other. So for example, you literally earlier today, you're like, hey bro, I have this question. I was like, I don't fucking have the answer. Ask Riviera. And so the only way I'm able to do that is because of the way I've set up my Slack, right? And so all these small little things, they make a difference, right? They all make a difference. So, when you say you want to hire this, like, I don't know. I haven't fucking I set up my Slack like a bajillion years ago. I don't know how it works. I don't know how all the channel, I don't know. It's like asking me to set up, ads manager permission. I don't fucking know because it's been so long. But what I do want to get across to you, Aslan, is like, again, bro, in all seriousness, if you've trusted me this far, just trust me. I tell you the way it's set up right now. If you just model me, it's going to serve you. It's going to serve you. And it's like, you don't want to tweak it up. I know you're thinking about certain things. Just trust me in the long run, it's going to help you out. And you'll see that. You'll see that
would
for
you
yourself.
would you be cool if I start saying 8 clients as opposed to 23?
If you want, bro, like at this point, to be honest, like, I mean, I was thinking about when to send you a Loom video, but I think we're kind of at a milestone now, bro, where like with you, I mean, we might as well have this conversation with you. Is like you're closing consistently consistently predictably now, right? Like this past month, like I mean, one close would be like a fluke, two would be like maybe, but like the fact that you're doing it pretty routinely now, I'm like, okay, this guy knows how to work leads, this guy knows how to sell. And so there are things that to answer your question, if you want to say eight, go for it. Sorry, I don't mean to like drag this on. If that's your concern, do that. Um, because at this point, again, you're closing. I feel good about your close, and I feel like you're confident. You're like you're seeing light. You believe that you can make this happen. You can believe you can do this, right? And that's all I cared about. Not all I care about, but that's one of the most important things I care about. What I'm looking at is things like this. Hey, when's our next call? And so this is basically a systems thing, right? It's like, hey, did you create a video for her to watch that's gonna, like for me, for example, I post onboarding. If not, that's something that's slipping through the crack. And that's the type of shit that I want to work on with you. Before we go into dentist, before we do anything, this has to be 100% dialed in, these kinds of things, right? It is unacceptable respectfully, it is unacceptable for somebody to ask you, hey, when are we meeting? When we spend so much time and energy on onboarding, she better know that, right? She better know that. And she better not even just know that, like that better be fucking like tattooed on her fucking phone, right? Because if not, you're gonna fucking face the consequences down the road, I promise you. So this is what I want to work on. So I'm not for you, it's like you know how to run ads, you know how to get book calls, you know how to close deals, obviously. I think with me doing the onboards, I think you have an idea of how to do them. But do we know how to like? There's still like loose ends, right? There's still loose ends. There's still getting small little questions. I want to make sure you're so buttoned tight that we're not dealing with any of this shit. And again, that's gonna take I feel like it's gonna take the fastest. I mean, to be honest, like 3 months is like I would feel like good, like okay, but I really think like 4 to 6 months of just consistency doing this and getting more people through the door, you're gonna be like, okay, I know how to do all this, and then Kushik, I'm confident and feel like I can move on to dentist at this point, right? But I'd like to get you there faster, right? If we can get you there in 2 months, 3 months, I like to get you there. Again, that's what was a thought in my head last night after the onboarding. So I don't know, I'm kind of rambling. I guess like, do you have thoughts after I said that?
No, there's an excellent point about the meeting. I honestly overlooked that question. I'm like, why is she asking that when she knows this? That was my first thought when she said that. I was like, why is she asking this? We already talked about this, but maybe if I find a way to put it in the resource, maybe adding the dates, adding another task, put this on your calendar.
Exactly.
This is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, and Friday and stuff like
I,
that.
I think yours is like okay, but like it's like you're starting where you're at right now is where Ribier's starting point was, and obviously we're rehashing Ribier's whole onboarding and what he's doing. So if we have a look at your stuff, like this is the stuff I care about, like for you right now. Aiden, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. It's been a hot minute, man.
Good to join you guys again.
Absolutely, man.
But man,
Um, so if we look at this, and then we look at like Crystal, for example, right? And then so she hops in. We have this doc. Okay, how to use this cheat. So I watched this video of yours. Kickoff form, I know what that is. Why you started video. Upload your top portraits here. I get that. Go high level. Um, Username, password. I don't see anything there. So we probably have to like work on that because if you just send something over right now the way it is, the system that you have right now, that people are going to be like, where's my username and password? And again, I know I sound like militant about this, but it's like if you get questions that are just a waste of time, it's unacceptable, right? It's unacceptable because I want you to imagine having 20 clients. It's unacceptable, right? You're going to pull your hair out. So this means that something is order of operations is out. And again, this is what Riviera started with. It's fair. Um,
You could
boom,
put
boom, boom.
determined in there for now, Estove, because I've gotten that exact question. So what Coach Sheik just ran through. So and that kind of helped, but I know it's not ideal, but like a placeholder.
okay, nice. A placeholder and just letting them know once it's ready, it'll.
Yeah, like hey, like it's gonna take since you fill out your kickoff form. I've kind of told you on the demo, it takes about 7 days from kickoff form, being fully submitted. That it takes 7 days to launch, and just know in between that time, like you're gonna have a resource packet. Just know it's not gonna have your username and password ready up until it's launch day or up until everything's fully built out, in which you'll be notified and have that access. I'll kind of say something like that just to kind of so they don't later on, bug me about it.
Like for example, I didn't bring this up, but every single time, like so as I was doing the onboarding Aslan, the last three, there were times where I was like sitting there saying stuff, but I was like, I don't know if I should be saying it because I don't know what you're actually saying to people. And I don't know exactly what your onboarding process looks like. And one of the things is like, when is the coaching call and when are the check-ins, right? Do you have like I don't see, is there something here that I'm missing? Or is that something you just haven't gone to yet? And if you haven't, that's okay.
Oh no, nothing. Yeah, that's what I was saying, that I should probably add that. Because we
So
did go over it verbally.
yeah. So you need to have like a like it needs like you need to have like for example a video here. Like all this stuff is good, but then one thing you need to have is like you need to have a video which tells them like, hey, um, I mean, do you have something for the Excel sheet? Yeah, you do. You have the ROI calculator, right? So yeah, maybe you need some kind of a video. So I like this video, which is like, hey, get started, da da da. But then maybe you need a video like what I do is I have a video. I tell them, hey, download this, do this, go into your calendar, mark this. Have you saw my post onboarding video? Again, it's been like 6 months, but maybe what you should do is give that a watch and then be like, okay, I see how Koshik's onboarding video ties and gets everything jump started. And maybe that'll kind of instill an idea in you of what you need to do. And then that'll close this loop where, again, you're not going to be getting questions like this from her again. Of like, hey, when do I meet? When do I do check-ins? Like right now, she has no idea when we meet. She has no idea when to do check-ins. She has no idea, right? So that's like right from the get-go, like we're you know, we're that's like serious. It's serious. She's not gonna fucking like if we went that hard with her yesterday and today she's like, I don't know when to do check-ins, it's gonna fucking like it's not necessarily like the best look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but yeah, so I guess like I know I'm rambling a lot. I guess my homework to you, the thing I can tell you is watch my post onboarding video. That's my best piece of advice to you. And then from there, you let me know, Koshi, based off of this, here's what I think I should be doing. Here's what I want to do. And again, me and Riviera are completely rehauling and redoing all this. I'm not saying to do what me and Riviera are doing because again, Riviera is in here for long haul. I don't know about you in terms of long haul or going to dentist. And so it might not make sense to build out all the stuff that me and Riviera are building out. So maybe you build out a watered down version, but that one that makes sense for you.
In terms of like course material type stuff.
Yeah. So like with with Riviera, where's our I don't it's like pretty complex and complicated, but like we have like so it's the best way I can explain it.
Um,
So it's like we have like so we have course and then we have like videos, right? So each of these are like different videos. And then what we have is we have like milestone. And so these are milestone video one, milestone video two, milestone video three, milestone video four. And so this is the first milestone video, which is like, hey, watch this after you've been onboarded. And that onboarding is going to tell you, do this, do this, do this, and then go inside the course and then watch this and then watch this. And that's going to get them to milestone number one. And then once they've reached milestone number one, then what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, now watch milestone number two, which is going to tell them do this, do this, do this, and then watch this, for example. And so it's like we have like two separate buckets of things. We have course videos and then we have milestone videos. And then we have like resources like the Excel, for example. You have the Excel and then you have the Slack and then you have this. So you have like kind of three buckets. You have resources, you have course material, and then you have milestone videos. And so again, it's just like it's a little bit complex to like explain the inner like it just might not be the best if you're unless you're going all in, it's not the best use of your time to build all that. But it is important that you at least understand it, I think. I think that's important. And then what I'm saying is that maybe it doesn't make sense for you to build all that stuff out, but it does make sense to clean this up, make it better than what, version one that me and Rivera had. Because otherwise, you're gonna struggle when you have, 10 people in here. So yeah, I would say watch. So again, I'm rambling a lot, but watch the post onboarding video, think on it, and then get back to me of like, okay, Kushi, here's what I'm going to tweak. Here's what I'm going to do to make sure that people know what to do in terms of check-ins, what to do in terms of Slack, what to do in terms of coaching calls. Yeah. And then I think from there, I think we'll be good. I mean, for them, yeah, yeah.
okay. Sounds good, man.
Um,
It actually just hit me. So I've been actually, maybe it's something I just say, but it is something about the Slack. And maybe this is why I never get something because I've done it on like 80% of the calls. But basically, every time I mention the Slack, the first time I mentioned on the demo, their first introduction to it, me talking about it, I forgot what point it is. Or maybe it's like when I kind of mention like what happens if they move forward, and then I go over the onboarding, and then what happens next, and what happens next, and then you're gonna basically jump into our Slack here, and basically tell them I basically say, so we're doing something new now, and now that we've kind of hit milestone with so many clients, we're jumping on Slack. So that's something you're going to be one of the first people on, and eventually we'll have everyone grandfathered in. But as of now, you'll be in there, and then da da da, and then I go. That I've said that for like 80% of my calls. So I don't know if that's something that helps. I just been I'm actually trying to think of like why do I even say that, and I think I just had that insecurity of like shit, they're going to a blank Slack. So I was just trying to be like, oh, all my clients, like we were on a different system, but now we're jumping on Slack. So if you move forward, we'll basically put you there. It'll just be an easy way to communicate and eventually we'll grandfather everyone else in. But that's what I've kind of said so far. Um, and then now that I have new clients in there and they're not the first ones, I just change it to um, so we've recently you know, made a Slack. And, you know, basically with all my new clients, we've been jumping in there. And I don't know. I figured forgot how I finesse it. I have to go back to my old calls, but I do say something like that.
Or
I don't know if that's something Koshik would put his thumbs up to or something potentially would change, but that's what I've kind of just said so far. Just so that way it kind of makes sense with them jumping into a Slack without that many people.
like
yeah,
similar to the new cohort.
yeah. Sounds like it's pretty similar to that. The psychology of that, like what we're trying to get across that. So I like it. Good stuff, River. I dig that, man. So hopefully that helps out, Eslan, if you want to kind of pull from that, bro.
Especially doing it during the sales call like you're doing. I think that's crucial just to set proper expectations because you know,
Yeah,
so
and you could you can always call back to that, right? So,
mm,
Good
thank you.
stuff. Good stuff.
Appreciate it. And thank you for the video earlier too.
oh yeah, no worries, man.
Appreciate it.
What else? So yeah, in terms of did we cover this for you, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm all good, bro. I've taken up way too much time. I
No. No, you're
to
good, bro.
talk to y'all. So
No, you're good. In terms of the first launch questions, though, do you want to ask that question? And while we have like Riviera and Aiden here, they might be able to answer that for you. If it's like more of a technical thing that I don't have the answers for.
it's essentially I watched Daniel's video. So it's for some whatever reason they have their own ad accounts. So I haven't been able to add them under mine, which is what I think you were suggesting, Daniel. So I have to figure out how to do that. But he also brought up an excellent point of just creating a new ad account and then assigning them admin uh thing. But if I do that, how would I connect them to their Facebook page, to their pages?
The ad account can be, yeah, so they have their own Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to look into the technical, but yeah, it's possible just because I've successfully done it, so I know there's a way. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it's really going on your business portfolio, being in your business portfolio, going on that tab where it says like Instagram pages, these pages. I think, I mean, yeah, I think you can do that within your business portfolio and request Instagram and Facebook access. And if you can't just do it within their business portfolio.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the ad account stuff is kind of separate. It's just you just make it for them and then you just give them admin ownership over that, like their admin or sorry, admin access. And then kind of showed you in the video, it shouldn't help, it shouldn't stop integration from happening on Go High Level. So um, but yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're saying and what you're thinking though.
Cool, cool, cool. I think
Another
that's
thing too. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Um, we've had kind of similar, I don't know, kind of similar issues recently with a couple clients that we've been onboarding. And basically, if you have admin access to the Facebook page, so like this wouldn't be in the business portfolio settings. This would be like on Facebook. If they are able to add you as an admin to their Facebook page, you can basically in any ad account, you can, when you're making an ad, you can set it to be from whatever page you have admin access to. So it's like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it's like when you go to select what page, it is, it will give you, it'll let you pick any, Facebook page that you have admin access to. Or whatever level of access. But I noticed that, and anyways, so we were able to like run ads within an ad account that we actually did kind of the same thing. We did an ad account that we had created for them, but like that didn't have, I couldn't get access to the Facebook page, but because I had admin access, I was just able to do it in that ad account anyways. I don't know. It's a slight like workaround. Um, it's like you could do it in any ad account at that point. I don't know if that helps or not, but we had a similar thing.
Yeah.
Can I share my screen real quick to show what Aiden's talking about? And it's like, I think if you just saw it once, everything would connect the dots.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And hopefully this is what kind of Aiden means. But so I'm just going into my ad ad side on the thing here, but basically if you get access to whatever, you can run it on whatever behalf, right? So if you can get the access, like they give you admin access, right? You could pick whichever page and then connect it in the end, right? Like I think the main goal is like what is integration is like being able to do this, right? I feel like this is the biggest roadblock. If I can't pick their Facebook page, IG account, it's a wrap. Like I got to figure something out, right? And then with integration is just like that high level part where it's just being able to like these are the two things that allow me not to launch. This is what would stop me from being able to launch. So the main things you just need are, hey, am I able to select their Facebook page and Instagram? Like on their ads manager. And then two is like, can I see them populate here? Um, that way so I can pretty much select their page and map their field to their instant form and I can run all those leads into one sub account, right? Because that's your goal. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6 clients on the one sub account. That'd be the way to do it, right? It's like being able to come in here and have all their stuff populate. And then to that, if you have their Facebook and Instagram access, you can pick them here. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's helping you. So,
Yeah.
but those are the two main things that I feel like. And I don't know if there's another thing, but the ad account for sure. Like you need the ad account to power her whoever the client's thing. I think of like the ad account as like the engine, and then this stuff is like the car, the wheels, right? The stuff on the outer sphere. But what makes this function on like what gets Meta the stamp of approval to say this Facebook, this Instagram can run ads? It's like an ad account, right? So. And that's what I've been doing recently. And I don't know what Aiden thinks about this, but I've been creating the ad accounts myself because I want the ownership. They're just piggybacking off this, licensed ad sets and kind of our formula. Um, my experience, some people will just boot you off their ad account when they're said and done with you and keep all their ads for themselves and keep them left on. And I don't know if Aiden's experienced that, but that's I think if you could create that, and I tried it, I've done it. I've done it with Sage, and I created an ad account, and it feels so good knowing she can't just up and just like take charge of that thing. It's like releasing a model, releasing a car, right? That's what I feel like, and I could, I don't know if like things get kind of they can't just up and take the car, right?
Do you have them pay you the ad spend then?
No. So basically, each ad account, if you go in here.
You just make
uh,
a whole new account and
their
then
their account attached to their card. So everyone
nice.
individually has their own like if I go here or payment activity or sorry, accounts maybe. Um see everyone's all
Oh,
these clients
that's
have different cards tied to it. So
yeah.
now I have ownership. Their cards are all separate And technically, I haven't tried this yet, but technically, if you can map their stuff here because you integrated your umbrella, your business portfolio, you integrated it within um, here, then you can select all your clients here.
That's incredible. I
And then
love
you can
that.
run it all within here. And then you can select them all, map them out, have your own automations, everyone's separate pipelines, everyone's separate opportunities. I think we just got to figure out like how people can keep the text separated. But reason I bring this up, Aiden, is like we're trying to solve the whole like go A2P, like everyone has to have one. Some people businesses are registered. So our thought is like, hey, we map it out. Basically, one sub account has we could just make infinite A2P numbers because the account's already green lit. And if we could just keep everything separate, then now we don't have to deal with that issue of. So that's kind of why we're talking about this too, is like this level of making sure everything works. But I think it can work
I love that. No, we're actually kind of at the same point because all of our A2P has been getting rejected lately. It's so stupid. But
I've
this
heard
is
it.
awesome. I love this. It's like as long as you're able, have you had any issues with like limiting like limits on the amount of ad accounts you can create?
Not so far. I mean, where's my Facebook business settings? No, I have a lot on here. For the most part, most of them are filled up with people's ad accounts that, these clients own them. Like I don't own them. This is kind of new where I'm actually have ownership over their ad account. And I found it ends up integrating the same. I could select their, so long as they give me their Instagram access here, and then their pages access here, I can run ads on their behalf. And then this can be the engine that, we make that account for them. We have an open in ads manager, and then I'll test if I can select their Facebook page and Instagram. So I'll literally be on the tech call with them, be like, hey, let me just open this up just so I can really test while you're here with me and just make sure. And I make like a little, like a quick campaign. And then I just like, so this client churned, so you can see a change, but this should, with a cl active client, this would show that you could pick her, right?
I tried to
But
do the same thing with the tech access call, but
that's what I do is like a troubleshoot on the fly. But that's cool you do too. But
that's
um,
awesome. I love
yeah, I
that. I
hope that
love
helps
that.
you, Esto.
Definitely, man. Like seeing these all these ads account and stuff like that, that's yeah, that helps a lot. Um I haven't tried it, so I don't know if it'll let me because maybe my account is not as seasoned as yours, but I guess I'll try it, you know.
For sure. And then remember, you can make them admin of that account so that they can still see their numbers and all that. And then you just assign them, right? Or assign partner. But yeah, give it a shot. I even have, like I said, I even have Wendy here in a different business portfolio, and yeah, I can still like actually, if I wanted to, I could choose her, and I think that actually has more to deal with like you having Facebook and Instagram access, than actually anything else. But yeah, so yeah, that's the main two things is like, can I select them? Do I have an ad account I own that they have access to? And then you just tie their card into that. And then on a go high level, you just basically put in your ad account and then you just map them all out. And then that'd be cool. Like imagine one account that has everything. We just have to figure out the texting separation, but maybe assign
Yeah.
users or maybe something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe somehow with the tags, it has to be with the tags in terms of like because I was asking the person in Go High Level and he just didn't have an answer for it. So he was suggesting tags, but then I also saw that each person has a each text has like a assigned user. So maybe finding a way so that way you only see somebody's
Yeah,
assigned user.
we'd have to
Yeah.
test it for sure.
We do this with one of our clients. They have a four-man sales team, and so we have to have this set up. And yeah, if you just can't have them be an admin, you like they can't be an admin, otherwise they see everything. Like there's one of their salesmen. As soon as like sometimes I'll give him admin access or like, and as soon as he does, he's texting everybody else's leads because I don't know, he's crazy. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, like you do, yeah, you can't they can't be an admin, and then yeah, you got to do that checkbox in the settings of like They can only see their own data. Because yeah, dude, it can get so ugly so fast if they can see everybody's stuff. But that's what we do with the bigger sales team.
Dude, that's so funny. My buddy, he literally his client texts him, "Hey man, who the hell?" Like I don't know. He was CC'd in some email to all the other salespeople. He's like, "Who the hell took my lead? And who the hell is this?" And then that's when he realized, "Oh shit, they can see each other's shit, and there's people actually stealing their
No,
leads."
same exact thing. One of the salesmen hits me up. He's like, "Why the hell is Jesse texting my lead?" And like, dude, the guy just, kudos to him. He goes wild when he can. He does everything he can. And then I was like, "Fuck," and I texted the other guy, Jesse. I was like, "Jesse, you care to explain why you're texting Matt's lead right now?" And yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's a
Yeah.
mess. But so yeah, I've been there.
But it sounds like what was the solution you said, or did you end up finding a? You just have to be a user. You don't have to just don't make sure they don't have admin permission, and
Yeah,
they.
they just can't be an admin. And then you also have to check that box of like they can only see their assigned data. And then in the automations, you just have to make 100% certain that they are assigned to the right user.
Yeah, assigned users. Okay, I'll note that. That no, that is the solution then. That literally is the key.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
That's sick. Hell yeah.
it works really well. Like I haven't had as as long as the troublemakers in this case in the sales team haven't had admin access, like it's worked like a dream. So you guys shouldn't have any problem.
Hell yeah. Dude, that no, that's that is it. That is it.
And in the pipeline, you can also not only can you just make it this person sees it, but you can exempt everybody else. So if you have like so combining both, because I did a test and I was still able to see all the pipelines, even if I didn't have access to it. You could still see the names. But once I exempted that one from the other one, so you it disappeared. So you wouldn't they won't be able to see any other pipeline, only theirs.
And does that happen at the pipeline stage where it has the little key and then you
Yes.
press the key to give
Mhm.
permissions? That's where it happens. Like you give the only assigned access
It's
to.
like right underneath the one that you give access to, right underneath there.
Yeah, dope.
I
Solid,
wanted to
man.
go high level. It's gonna be like, oh, they found the crack. It's like so because technically, the reason they make this so difficult to be like this is because they want you to be using a lot of sub accounts.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of that would go wrong is compliance thing, or is like not even that because it's like we're kind of I don't know. I think that's like less prevalent, but it's somehow the account goes down, and then I don't know. Now it's now instead of hitting up one client, you're hitting up 30 in one day about sorry that Black Swan event. I think that's just why we have to go hard on the Black Swan event and stuff. But um, I mean that's the only thing. But that could happen on anything. That could happen to multiple sub accounts for whatever reason. So.
I've had that happen to me where I had um the agency account for some reason. I think I locked the card for something because I didn't it was like the very end of the month and I didn't want something to bill me at that on that month. So I locked the card. It tried the agency account tried to charge the card, but it was locked. And every single sub account that was sending texts after that was I didn't have SAS mode set up, so it was all coming out of ours. Anyways, so that's fixed now. But yeah, every single sub account after that, every text that they would send until I got that resolved, it would like failed to send every single text message. It was
Was it
so awful.
exactly? What was
Hmm?
it exactly like? What was the crux of it that made it like do that?
It tried to bill the it tried to bill my card, but I had locked it, and so as soon as it declined, it was like, boom, you're done. Like you're
And yeah, because you lock it's basically like a dead card, so it just like it basically didn't have permission or it didn't have permission to pay, so you couldn't it blocked your texting ability.
Yep.
Okay.
It was to refresh the texting, credits or
Yeah.
whatever.
So it's just making sure whatever card is on file for texting and stuff is just solid and like has a lot of headroom.
100%.
Um,
Because yeah,
yeah.
if they don't, then I use the text messages to send out notifications to the clients. That's what they like. And
Hmm.
so yeah, it's
Okay.
sketchy.
Yeah, something to just look out for is that. Okay, for sure. In that case, yeah, I think just having a car that's solid, and you just have to think like if I'm gonna change out the car, I really better think about my high level account right now. For sure. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about billing clients or like rebilling clients. That'd probably be harder on this like one sub account with all these people in it. So maybe we just everyone pays a community average. Like it's like almost like an apartment building. Everyone pays like utilities and it fluctuates based off the community usage. Maybe we just like say, hey, like I don't know, give a flat rate or some shit. That way, because yeah, the at some point I was paying like $300 or $400 a month for everyone's texting. I was like, shit, man, like this sucks. And I was like, I never thought about that just because it was always pennies to me. And then at some point you get so many clients and it just starts stacking. I was like, holy shit. So um yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do too.
Yeah, now it's part of my tech access call to put their card information in the sub account on the call. And really glad I did that because yeah, same here. It was like hundreds of dollars a month for their text messages, which just doesn't make sense, you know. But except now I'm paying for SaaS mode, but I don't know. I'm able to upcharge it. I do upcharge a little bit now on like the text messages. So
Hmm.
yeah, anyways, it's a whole thing. But yeah, if we
Yeah.
could keep it in one account, that'd be super nice. You just yeah, you have to take that into account. So that's an easy fix though, honestly. Like $10 a
Yeah.
month, 15
Yeah,
bucks a month is easy.
exactly.
Cool, cool. All right. So tired of hearing you nerds talk about go high level. Let's go talk about making some money now. I'm just playing. But yeah, Eslan, how do you feel about this stuff? I know you guys nerd out a little bit, but do you kind of have a better idea of what you need to be doing here?
Oh, absolutely, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Daniel, and Aiden, and you, Kushik.
For sure, for sure. Okay. Eslan, is there anything else, bro, that's top of mind before I move on to Rivera and Aiden?
Nothing.
Okay. Keep me posted, bro. Like I know we're being facetious and joking a little bit about Crystal, but I get it. So just keep me updated, bro. Keep me updated. Let
The
me know.
post. Cross my fingers. That's it.
Did try
Sending it
that,
all
let me
across the
know.
screen.
Try that, let me know. And I'll play it close to chest with you too. I'll do my best to, kind of if she gives you anything weird, just let me know and I'll give you some suggestions.
I got
Um,
you.
okay. Riviera. So what to say to Cam? Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you kind of talk. I mean, you know, I'll let you kind of take the conversation where you want to take it. In terms of Cam, it's just a matter of like I think pressing him, man. Like at this point, like what's he gonna do? There's nothing. You push him a little bit, all right? Text him, call him, whatever. Like that's it. That's as much as
Yeah.
you can do with the guy. I think I saw a response from him today where he said, with the week, starting, he's gonna have a little bit more time.
Mhm.
Coming into more time now. This week started. Talk tomorrow, my afternoon. So I think what he's saying, he's gonna maybe hit you up tomorrow afternoon. So that's
Mhm.
kind of my guess. If he doesn't hit you up, then I would just again, text, call the guy. That's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
yeah, for sure.
So that's my thoughts regarding this one here.
Hmm.
Uh, the next one is Tim launched with a new form and someone answered that they would like digitals. How would they bring it up? Um, I think we spoke about this on the one of our coaching calls. So it's like, hey, I saw that you selected that you were interested in photos, digital photos. Are you like posting this on Facebook? Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're planning on doing with these photos? And again, the reason I'm asking is just because if I know how you're going to utilize them, then that'll help me prep for the shoot. So basically, you set it up that way. It's like, hey, give me a little bit more clarity what you're going to do with this because if you do, then I'll have a better idea of how to shoot and how to prep. Once they say that, now they have more information they're gonna give you, like, oh yeah, I just want something for social media, or I just want this, I just want that. And you're gonna know right away. You're just gonna know like, is there upsell potential or not, right? If somebody's like getting engaged and it's like a thing, like of course there's some emotional there. If somebody's just like, hey, look, I'm just doing something with the family and some free time. Like again, I think you just kind of tell. I think there was like somebody, I forget whose client it was, but it was like, yeah, my mom's pushing me to take photos. I really don't want to take photos. Like, yeah, that person's not gonna fucking upsell for sure. Because they're being forced to take the photos.
Hmm.
So I think we'll just kind of know based off that conversation. And again, some people are good leads and some people are not. Some people have the intent, some people don't. I don't know if that answers your question regarding that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Okay. I want to go over what I can send Tim in regards to high ticket stuff, as he did request that should I send him Ben Hartley stuff so he understands the general. So I guess like what are your thoughts regarding Tim? Like overall, like based off of what you've seen, where do you think he's at? What do you think the overall big move is with him? Obviously, I know Tim is somebody that you know, like through your personal, life. Like what's kind of the I don't know, like what do you want to see with them and what kind of are your goals? I know you, for example, with Genevieve and Sasha, they kind of just walked in like, referrals and you just kind of took them on. You're like, hey, I'll just kind of see how long I keep them on. But I guess like is that kind of the same mentality? It's like, I don't know, we'll just kind of see what happens because the albums is different. It's not like that's not like a thing of like, oh, we're just gonna try to help people out. That's like a completely different thing, I think.
Hmm.
That's us, us pushing people into albums is like a selfish thing that we're doing for us to learn so that we can help out other people down the road. It's a
Hmm.
completely different strategy or no, it's just a completely different purpose, like getting people to do high take albums. And so I guess the reason I'm bringing this up, I apologize for rambling, but what I'm getting at ultimately is like, do you feel like he's ready for albums or is he going to shit the bed and hurt himself? Because if he's going to shit himself and hurt himself and he's somebody that you know personally, well, then maybe that's not the best move.
Right. Yeah. Um, I'll have to see if he changes numbers at all, but I think he's gotten 4 or 5 closes so far. He seems to be doing the $50 deposits and he's going to collect more on the back end, so he stands to make a lot more money in this month just because of that. So yeah, I guess I was just kind of naturally like thinking like, okay, that's just a natural thing. Like some of these guys want to learn high ticket, then we'll kind of introduce them to it if they so. But I don't know if maybe we should set more, yeah, just better boundaries. And kind of what you're saying is like you were a little more selfish because we want to throw them in an experiment and they may or may not get electrocuted and probed. So maybe, yeah, maybe best for him to like, I don't know, maybe I'd rather refine it through Wendy and potentially, I might launch too just to try it myself, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think because like it's like I have two parts of me. It's like one wants as many like people in the guinea pigs in the race to see how they do, and then another one is like wants to shield people from possibly not getting burned on it, but like them doing it and it ends up kind of being too much to take on. And
Yeah.
then that leads to a quicker churn than they otherwise would have. Maybe they would have stayed, right? I guess there's like two of that, right? The plane is like I want to see us try more and have more tentacles spread out to get more done, but I know in that for retention that might not be the best thing when it's so experimental. So that's kind of like my inner thoughts on um the indecisiveness. Um, but yeah,
I so with Tim, I mean, is he month to month or do you do like a pay in full to cover the remaining balance?
he did the remaining balance paying in full, so he technically has 2 months now.
Okay, so strictly speaking from a place of like business, right? Again, I mean, I don't know, you've got your relationship with him and this and that, but what I would say is this is like the retention thing that you brought up is very important, but once you're paid in full, it's not really a thing you have to worry about anymore. So it's like he's probably not gonna. Most people are. Again, you saw Sasha's number. I'm seeing Sasha's number, Genevieve's numbers, and everybody's numbers. Like across the board, it's like the first 2 months are solid. Maybe around month three, things start to drop off. Like that's what I'm seeing over and over. So it's like, to be honest, he probably wouldn't continue after month three anyways,
Mm,
right? Um, and so I think it's up to you, but I would say that if he's not, his thing is again, he could be a little bit neurotic and it's just a matter of like coaching the guy. But at this point, I mean, from like a business standpoint, there's nothing like you could throw the high ticket stuff. Like it's not there's not much downside for you other than again, you know him personally, and if things don't plan out, things don't work out, right? Like that's a you thing. And again, I don't know if that's worth it for you or not, but in terms of business and you collecting your money and everything, like there's really no downside at this point of having him do it. So it's really a judgment for you.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
if it were me, what I would play it at, how I would play it is like, hey Tim, I'm happy to share the high ticket stuff with you. Why don't we, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get some material over to you, and why don't you go and give it a watch and then just let me know your thoughts. If you feel like this is something that you can tackle, you want to tackle, well then awesome, man. Like let's go ahead and get started. Let's try to do these upsells. If, however, you're like, hey man, like I don't know that I feel good about this right now, like I don't feel fully confident, well then cool, man. Let's just keep doing what we've been doing because I think you're starting to get the hang of it, right? Like compared to where you were a month ago, the question that you were asking us, it's night and day now, and you're consistently closing these deals. And so I think we're seeing some momentum here. Now, that being said, at the end of the day, Tim, it's your decision, and we're going to support whatever decision you want to go. That's what I would say to him. I would say something like that. I would drop him a voice note. And
Cool.
then from
Yeah, no,
there,
that's perfect.
if he says yeah, then we just get him the same material we pretty much got Sasha. We pretty much get him that material, get him the material for the album, and say, hey, look, if you want to do this, you're gonna have to cover the cost of the album, da da da. And then we just get it over to him, and we just do our best to try to hold his hand through the process. I was telling Eslan this. I don't think I no, actually I was telling you this. I'm sorry, I'm getting got that mixed up there. But as you know, I don't think the issue is the sales process. Yeah, I think the issue is the framing. That's the issue. That's where we're stuck right now. I know I was telling Eslan this, but yeah, I think the issue is not the sales. I think it's the framing, setting people up. Right now, people don't even know that they're being sold to. People don't even know that there's a sales call. They don't even know what's up and that's the issue. Um, so anyways, I'm rambling, but that's how I think I would handle this situation with Tim.
Gotcha.
What are your
Cool.
thoughts, man?
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. Just see where his mind's at too. Um, and then ultimately it's kind of his call. And I think he'll like that. I think he'll like that. I think that sets a better it's kind of on him, like balls in your court. You can shoot it or you can hit the bench. I don't know. No, but yeah, I mean he's a cool guy. I think he'd be chill and if we put it I don't know what his answer will be, but yeah, I think that would be a good way to frame it and then we could just go from there.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. Cool. Hey, well, just keep me posted. Any updates regarding anyone else, like Sasha, for example? Any updates there?
No, she hasn't messaged me back, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like I probably could have been messaging a little bit quicker to her, but she was just giving such like kind of vague vibes that I was just like, I don't know. It was just a
Oh,
lot in the moment that I kind of just let a couple of days pass and texted her. But oh, what was that?
no, I just said it's all good.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, so in terms of like upsells and stuff, Eslan, have you made progress on it, bro? And or are you still running the ads or you're not running the ads anymore in terms of like the mini sessions?
No, I stopped running the ads when I forget a few days ago when I messaged you because I wanted to switch over to the DM and IG and give that a try. The reason is I want to see which one would work better for like the clients coming in. Um, but honestly, I just wanted to be able to close somebody, but it's hard to get people on the phone. So I'm sure you experienced that, Daniel, but it's hard to get people on the phone to the ones that you the ones that I did spoke with. Many of them do say yeah, but then they just ghost you afterwards. So, which is a sales part on me is so that's on me. But I really wanted to be able to close someone and be able to do a video so I can do the upselling because that's what I wanted from this whole thing to kind of dissect that video and stuff. But no, to answer your question, no, I haven't had any luck.
Yeah, yeah, that's all good. Do I have your Excel? I know you shared it. Uh,
I know Wendy's done 2 calls since then, and Loom recorded them. I haven't reviewed them, but sounds like more of the same situation. She says she's a lot more comfortable now and isn't shitting bricks, so her energy's good. But she just falls into the same issues. But she's tacked on wall art too, so she's doing canvas, and then like frame prints now. So she hasn't introduced that yet on the call, but she does know how to do it. So
so wait, so you're saying that she has had a few more calls or she has not?
she has, yeah, she's done 2 more.
Oh, oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that go? Like,
I haven't
um,
reviewed them, but she seems like she says like the last one like went a little longer than usual. Like she feels like she's getting the flow. making sure to mention like sentimental things instead of just being so rigid. So she says she feels like a lot better on how she conducts herself, but she kind of runs into the same thing of like, they're just like, no, 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 thank you, kind of whatever. Um,
Those new people, was there any framing that was done? And again, I get it because we were just again with her, she didn't have you didn't touch her ad, so
mhm.
so has she said anything like, for example, on that initial call, asking about prints and stuff like that? Has she done anything changing her process, or she hasn't yet, like leading up to the sales call?
Um, I don't think so. And that's probably just because I haven't empowered her with that form change. But I'm gonna text her right now, low key, just because I kind of want to know. Maybe she is verbally asking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
Check in
asking.
with her to see. I mean, again, we spoke about the forum and, being a little bit, cautious of changing things because it's getting such good results. But yeah, I would have a conversation with her and just see if she's saying or doing anything different on that initial call, if she's saying or doing anything in person, and specifically not just different, but like planting seeds to prepare for this, like prepare for that sales call. Because if she's not, well, then that's the issue, man. Like I can almost guarantee. I mean, it's not that's not the core issue, but that's like the
A
biggest
big
issue.
one. Yeah.
That's the biggest issue right now. Um, but yeah, Esalen, it looks like so your cost per lead is about the same as everybody. Um, that's expensive, man, for a phone call. Um, so
Did you
I
what was your experience? Did you go because you did your calls, everything? I'm sure you were doing like multiple per day and all that. Were any of those on weekends? Like was there a Saturday or Sunday you did calls?
I want to say yeah. I want to say Saturday and Sunday because I don't know how long I had it on for, maybe like a week or two, but um, I want to say I did the weekends. Weekdays I found that it was hard to get anybody. And some people that would pick up, they'll be like, "Hey, can you call me later?" And then I'll be like, "Okay, what time works?" Blah 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 blah. Then I give them a call at that time, and they don't pick up. So weekday seems to be obviously they're working throughout the day, and weekends, same thing. Like no, people just not picking up because by that time they might already know who it is.
were you doing 50% or $50 deposits?
50%.
Oh shit, that's why. That's why.
I feel like we should switch to that Hankoshi because Tim
Yeah,
literally went from like exponential growth
right,
because he made that one switch. I don't think it was anything different than
right,
his call
right.
sounded the same.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
are you doing
that's not
50?
what we found is that it's the $50 deposit that makes a huge difference. So we had this one guy who's like just over and over, just batting and missing, batting and missing. And then we just made sure, like we were just checking. We're like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, no, no, $50 deposits." Switched it to that, and then boom, he's just like closing left and right.
He
Um,
goes like four in a week, like three or
What?
four in a week since that switch, and it's insane. That's just,
it's like I think that the two people that you told me that were interested, I feel like if you apply a little bit of pressure, maybe did a little bit of follow up and you had 50%, I think that you would have closed 2 out of 20 because that's pretty normal. It's like 10% is like pretty normal. I think those two people, and those are the specific people. It's like that's normal. It's like you have one person that has high intent out of every 10. So those two people that have the high intent, those two people I think would have bought.
And
But
let me ask you this: what are you guys' thoughts on this? Because if you do a 50% deposit, it might as well do, well, not might as well, but that means you can also do a 25%, $25. If you can do a $50 deposit, you can still do a $25 deposit because at the end of the day, you're still going to get paid the same. So why not make it even easier? What's your thoughts?
a good point.
I think I've seen Wendy have people no show, not no show, but even on the 50% retainer, there's been like two or three people out of maybe 50 leads she's closed where they just didn't care to keep it going. Like a month later, it's time of the shoot. She tries to get in touch. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they just won't show up. They won't this. They never asked for a refund. She just kept their retainer. Happened, but it was only three times out of 50, right? But I guess $50 versus 25, that come like, I don't know. I guess my apprehension, if it's so low, why show if I get cold feet,
It'll
you
be
know?
probably increase that number for sure.
That's
Um,
what that's my fear. Yeah.
we're gonna say because you mentioned Wendy and having like a month out. So the way that I want to start Because I want to turn it on again. I just want to do try the IG and DM stuff. The way that I want to organize it is have slots and do it on weekends only. And have like, hey, I only have 5 slots of I have 5 slots. I only have one remaining. Build some kind of like incentive to do it soon. Again, it hasn't worked yet, but that's how many sessions are actually ran. It's like in slots.
Yeah, I've
Um,
thought about that too, changing it to that so they just boom, 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 fill up what you need them to.
yeah, I don't know because I feel well, it depends on the photographer, but one that she was more luxury or whatever that she claims, um, she didn't want to leave the house for 250. And I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry. Like, the whole point of this is, you pick 5 days out of the month, and then you fill up those slots as you go. So you're only leaving the house 5 days. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have done anything like that.
I mean, I kind of tell them they can, like, hey, it's like something to try. I guess the current script as we have it now doesn't really push that. Other than just saying, hey, my next available date is this, or running it till the end of the month. But I tell them a lot on the demo they can do that, but then I don't really like showcase that or have an implementation for that. Just because I found that most photographers have, I don't know, they like the flexibility of, I don't know. I think it's better, yeah, if we kind of pigeonhole them in the ground a little bit. I just don't know if that's gonna potentially ruin a sale, but they potentially, would have never gone back to you if there's no pressure. So it's probably better to have something that makes it feel like they have to choose these dates. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, it'd be worth a try for sure.
Yeah, give the DMPM stuff a shot. Ronnie's been telling me that he says that his feed is full with photographers running ads as well as people agency owners, like us that go after photographers, and he keeps seeing DM ads, PM ads over and over and over again. And again, he ran a trial for somebody who was getting great results, DM ad, and he did a trial, and then after the trial, that guy ran his own ads, and he was getting like really cheap cost per messages and stuff. And again, like I said, I did it for my for wedding photographer or wedding videographers, and it worked really well. So I don't know that that's gonna solve the problem. Like you know, it's not, yeah, it's not going to solve the core problem that we have, which is the upsells. It's the only thing it's going to solve is like the photographers that have the mindset of, oh my God, nobody's picking up. It's going to solve that problem, but it's not going to solve anything else. It's not going to make them enough money to justify the ad costs after, month two, three. So, but yeah, keep us posted if you give it a shot, Islan. And then Rivera, if you test out some stuff, obviously like post and share as well. Um, but yeah, other questions, guys, regarding like the photography niche?
Remind me, how much do you guys charge them a month? The photographer, yeah, photographers.
I recently changed it, but what I've done so far was it was like I think 1,000 a month or 1,500 for 3 months. And then most people pick like the 3 months for 1,500, and then they would be like, but I don't have it all now. And then I would just say, well, 500 will get you started so long as you pay the rest, right? So that's kind of how I have had it. What I've changed now is like it's 600 a month or 1,500 for 3 months. Have yet to close anybody on that yet. I think maybe Tim I tried it on and then he picked the 1,500, but so I think it has worked. But yeah, that's kind of set up so far for me at least.
Yeah, right now what we're trying to do, Aiden, I don't know if I brought that up with you, but the thing I love about the niche is just like the cost per acquisition is so cheap. It's like, med spas and duct cleaning, $50 to 125. So we can get somebody in and then within the first week, get them, within 2 weeks, get them 1 to 3 closes. And so then they see like the tunnel, they're like, oh my God. And then, that helps retention. The problem is that they're not charging enough. They're not making enough, right? The average order value is maybe, I don't know, let's just say average order. I think, we did the math, me and Rivera, I forget what it was, like maybe $300, 300 something. But then if cost per acquisition is 125 and then AOV is 300, there's not enough money left over to pay the agency. And so what we have to do is we have to figure out how to increase the AOV to like, 700 bucks by selling albums and stuff. And that's what we're trying to figure out right now. We're trying to figure out how to upsell that. Um, so, but yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing the same thing for wedding photographers. Because every time we run ads for, I stopped running ads for me to do video, because I'm really backlogged with video like wedding videos to edit. But so we've just been running photography ads for like weddings there, and um, we've been like every single time we'll just turn it on for a few days, but every single time we do, we get a ton of closes, and it's like these weddings are like 1,500, 3,000, 3,600 kind of thing, and we usually get at least a couple of those. So
You're saying you run ads to close photography deals to shoot weddings for your wife. Is that
yep,
what you're saying? Or okay.
yep.
Okay. What's your cost per acquisition, man?
I'd have to check. It's probably close to $100.
Really? Get out. No way.
Yeah. We
What?
we don't we don't spend that much. We kind of spend in little spurts. But yeah, it's like I don't know.
Are these instant form ads or are these like DM ads, messenger ads?
These are messenger ads.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
We've really dialed into like so I started helping her like respond to the leads because I'm just on my computer, at work all day anyways. I've got a bunch of monitors, so I'll just have that up, and when a new lead comes in, I just instantly, you know, I do pretend I'm her because I feel, anyways, yeah. So like, hey, this is Marin, and then I have a script that I paste that tells like basically we're like, hey, are you just wanting price, or are you trying to find somebody that's like a good fit for style and personality and all these things? And then we make a custom one from there. And it's been really effective at like weeding out the people that are like, oh, just give me a price right now. And we know that if we give them a lower price, that they will come back in a couple weeks after we like when we have the deadline of it's like, hey, we'll give you this promo, but we can only hold it for a couple weeks. And if we give them a low price, which depending on the wedding we're okay doing, they will all like they will always come back. And then the other guys, they will if they're like, oh yeah, we want to like we're more interested in finding a good match. Like that's when Marin will sit down on a Zoom with them and really like schmooze them over and
All right,
um,
Aiden, you're getting me too excited, dude. Like you're just getting me too excited. You're getting me too excited. So, so here's what we're gonna here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna build something out. All right, I'm gonna reach out to you, and then I'm gonna launch a low ticket thing, and we're gonna get a shit ton of wedding photographers in. Cool.
hell yeah,
And then I'm just gonna send them to you, and then you do your thing.
hell yeah,
All right, cool. Done deal.
sweet.
I'm sold. I'm sold. Um, but I want to share like so I built a new low ticket funnel. Aiden, this is the stuff I was talking about. So I'm gonna go and build. I was planning on doing a contractor, but now I'm gonna do a wedding photographer one for you too. I'm just gonna get this bad boy launched. Um, but this is the ad that I just created. Do you guys see Jorge's ad?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I saw
Did you see? All right, so I did. So basically, what I did is I took my. I don't want to spend too long here, but I basically took my low ticket funnel. Um, so basically, it's an ad, right? And that ad gets people to the low ticket funnel. And basically, it's the psychology behind it is that you have this low ticket product, but they're in Hell Island. And did I go over this with you guys already or no? Okay. So basically there's a hell island. They want to get to Heaven Island. And the low ticket product is to create that knee-jerk reaction of like that thing that people want to solve. And it's like the most painful thing, which is like, oh, I just need more leads. I just need more leads. Okay, cool. And then what we do is they get to the upsell page and then we help them realize is like, you actually need this thing too. And then without this thing, you're never going to get to Heaven Island. Right. And so the low ticket, $47 thing is this. And then this is going to be your, 397 thing. And then I get them. to a page where I'm like, hey, look, I'm gonna do a knee jerk thing. For example, like, hey, free video commercial. So what we say is like, hey, we're gonna set up your ads for free. So for wedding filmmakers, for example, or wedding photographers, Aiden, the low ticket offer would most likely be, hey, we're going to get you unlimited leads to grow your business so that don't need to hire an agency, you don't need to do this, don't need to do that, don't need to post on social media. Guaranteed every $100 that you spend, we're going to help you close a deal. And then this upsell is most likely going to be, hey, look, if you know how to get the leads, great. But if you don't know how to do the sales and if you don't know how to like work the leads and all that stuff, then you're kind of fucked. So this program is $397 and boom. And then this upsell or this counter page, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get them say, hey, if you book a call with me below, I'm going to go and set up your ads entirely for free. Right. And why would we do that is because we can sell a 5K offer and then we can itemize it. Like one thing is 1K, one thing is like $500, one thing is like 750 or where the fuck it is. It's like, hey, we're going to go and just remove that for you, but then everything else you pay for, and that's how it equates to 5K. Right. So we still get to like give them ads for free. And so that's like the funnel, like that's the formula for the low ticket thing over and over and over again. So I basically explained that psychology to ChatGPT. I spent about 12 hours going back and forth, giving a shit ton of scripts. And so now it's able to just easily give me, these ads. And so I'll really quickly play this one. When you want numbers, this message to I'll really quickly play this one and then I'll play the one that I just like created. And then you guys will like see like my predictable system of having you want a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school and you want more members, this message is for you. Especially if you want a predictable system of having inbound leads. So you're not relying on referrals, posting content every day, waiting for people to magically just walk into your school and say, hey, I'm ready to sign up. And the reason for that is because we built a simple client acquisition system that focuses on generating new student inquiries consistently. So you can wake up to people asking about class times, pricing, and how to get started instead of feeling anxious, wondering how you're going to cover overhead, payroll, and keeping the lights on. Now, you click on that, we're going to handle the entire student acquisition system over to you on Shoulder Platter. Everything from the ads, the landing pages, the follow-up systems, and the tutorials, so you can get set up within just a few clicks. And the best part is it costs less than the price of a rash guard to get everything up and running. So click this ad to get your sanity back and focus on what you actually love, running great classes and building pillars. Right. So super simple. And then again, you'll notice sounds very similar. If you're a videographer who knows that meta ads works, but hasn't either set them up yet or has run them without consistently generating profit, this is for you. Especially if you're looking to set them up either for yourself or for your clients to generate more leads, more sales, and ultimately more profit without solely relying on content, because you know that most pieces of content never really hit on social media. Now, the reason that this is especially for you is because I just released a brand new program called Meta Ads for Filmmakers, where I show you exactly how to launch profitable meta ads using the exact same frameworks I've used to generate over 6 figures for local brick and mortar businesses like this gym or e-commerce businesses like this one that we were able to propel onto Shark Tank, as well as over 7 figures for my own online courses and coaching programs. In other words, the information within this course will help you leverage meta ads for pretty much any business you can think of, be that yours or your clients. Now, if you click on this ad, you'll get a proven step-by-step system for launching winning meta ads so that you know what to run, who to target, how much to spend, and how to know what's working without burning through money. And the best part is that it costs less than the price of this hard drive, but it'll teach you a skill that'll pay you back for years. If you want meta ads to finally make sense and actually work, click on this ad and get access now. So what I just shared, honestly, dude, you guys can do this across every niche. Hey, meta ads for filmmakers, meta ads for photographers, meta ads for wedding filmmakers, meta ads for contract, meta ads. Like the front end offer is like, hey, we're going to teach you how to run meta ads so that whatever. And then the back end offer is, hey, look, you know how to get the leads, but like, what about the CRM? What about the sales? What about the upsells? What about that stuff? So that's your $397 offer. And then you got the, again, get them to book a call with you. So again, it's just like, it's very cookie cutter. And so I don't know how much I've shared with you guys about this, but like for me, I built a funnel and it lasts me about 3 years before I have to build another one out. Right. So I basically built this low ticket funnel, the one that you and I met through Aiden, the second time. I built that in 2022. I filmed the ad there and I ran that ad for damn near like 2.5 years. And so I literally built it out this past weekend. I launched it and my number and I literally just launched the ads. And so right now, this might not mean much to you guys, but to me, it's like, yep, this is exactly what I thought. My cost per click is around $1, $2. And that's what I've always seen whenever I launch a brand new low ticket funnel. Like my low ticket funnel, 7 days video marketer right now, my cost per click is like $6. It's insane. My cost per acquisition is 300, $600. It's insane. But whenever I launch a brand new funnel, a low ticket funnel, my cost per acquisition is about $50 to $120. So right now, based on what I'm seeing at the conversion rate, I'm expecting that my cost per acquisition will be anywhere from 50 to $125. So I'm happy to spend $125 all day long to sell this because I know the AOV is going to it's going to be fine. And this free sales calls, you close, the low ticket funnel, what I've seen is like 4 out of 5 sales calls I have, like I'll close into a 5K thing. Right. So yeah, I just want to share with you guys, really simple process. to sell high ticket. And so this is the direction I'm going. River, I was going to share this with you, but my game plan right now, like this new chapter, is just like niche, 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 and I'm just going to build a low ticket funnel for every single one of them, and then I'm just going to put somebody in there. All right. I'm just going to put somebody in there and then I'm just going to teach them everything I know in terms of how to do the ads, how to work the leads, how to do the upsells, how to do everything, how to run the coaching program. So for example, with you, Aiden, like I'm gonna go and build this out for like wedding photographers, and then I'm just gonna give you my entire playbook of like how to send these people and sell high ticket and the whole shebang, right? And it'll be a walk in the park. And so we'll do that for that. And then I don't know. I might start off with that actually. I feel like that, I don't know. We'll talk about it, whether it's that or we do the contractor stuff. I don't know, but either one should crush for you. And again, sales is like a walk in the park with these people. Because I don't want to spend too long here, but I have a whole SOP, get people to watch a bunch of course material and all this stuff. And then by the time they hop on a sales call with you, honestly, it's usually a closed deal. If they show up to a closed sales call, it's a closed deal. If they don't show up to a sales call, you are gonna close them anyways. So anyways, Aiden, what's going on, man?
Yo,
Yo, yo, yo.
um, yeah, man, not a lot. Just excited to dive into this. I've been thinking about doing the same thing. Like this low ticket funnel is something that I've been kind of like orbiting in my own way for a couple of years now. This guy that I follow had, did it a couple of years ago, and I thought it was a really cool idea. But um, yeah, I've been thinking about doing the same thing for wedding photographers as well. So it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Midas Media is going. It's going all right. Still working with contractors there. My business partner finally starting to pull his weight in gold a little bit, and he interviewed a ton of salespeople apparently, and got brought in what I would consider definitely like an A player salesman. And so I don't know, I'm not like completely checked out of that. I'm very burnt out with that, and so I'm not like
burnt
quiet
out,
quitting or anything.
burnt out in terms of so like what all do you have right now? You have Midas Media, which is you, your partner, Tenny is there. Do you have other things as well, or just to kind of have a full picture? Because when you say you're burnt out of that, I don't know if you're specifically talking about that or
Yeah, I'm really just mainly talking about that. I don't have anything else going on the side in terms of like meta ads or marketing. The only other stuff that I have on the side is wedding video and wedding photography. So that's like, yeah, that's kind of it. And yeah, I'm drowning in wedding videos. This is something that I've kind of thought about turning into a side thing. I had AI write me a program that sifts my wedding videos for me and like sifts it very, very well, like what I would be doing, like exactly the clips that I'd be doing anyways. Anyways, I thought about turning that into an app to sell or something like that. But yeah, other than the photography and wedding videography, there's not really anything else going on the side. That was like, you know, I think I mentioned this to you. Like that's kind of my goal now at this point is basically just to create something on the side that like just creates income. Like I don't care if it's, running ads for wedding photographers or running ads for like fencing contractors or whatever the hell. Like, and I just charge a small monthly rate and just kind of stack them up. I really don't care. Um, I do want to like I enjoy the problem solving stuff at Midas Media, and we dial in a lot of really cool systems. Like you guys, holy cow, we're testing this new thing. We call it the Kitchen Wizard, where they take a picture of their kitchen, they upload it to us, and we have an AI spit out like they answer a bunch of questions, kind of like in the cost quiz, and then it spits out an image. It's like here's what your kitchen would look like if it was remodeled, and then what we do is we bump them into the cost quiz from there, and so it's an even better lead magnet than the cost quiz all by itself, and it's getting better cost per lead as well. So like cost per cost quiz lead. Anyway, so it's like stuff like that. Like I don't think it's necessary to like dip out at Midas. Um, if I had the heart to let Tenny go, I would, but I don't. have like I can't. Um, and yeah,
When you say you can't, or it's like an emotional can't.
uh, kind of both. He's he's the my business partner's brother-in-law. Um,
Okay, okay,
so
gotcha,
it's a little
gotcha.
bit. It's definitely both.
Okay. In terms of numbers, I'm not going to ask you like specific numbers, but when you say you're burning out, usually, I've dealt with that for a long time, for years. And I know what that did to me, but um, is it a matter of like you're doing all this work and it's kind of just constantly breaking even, sometimes in the red, kind of like what we talked about a few months ago? Is that the issue?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I finally made it a little bit, this last month. I got like 1100 and this last January, it's the lowest revenue we've had since Tenny came on. Um, but because I wasn't spending money on ad spend, we were technically profitable. So I'll actually get be paid more for January than I was the previous month before that, which is nice, I guess, but it's not like, at the peak I was getting, I was bringing home 6 grand a month when, business was exploding and then business continued to explode. And then for some reason I wasn't getting paid and yeah, and then just continued downhill from there. And yeah, like 6 or 7 months went by with that. Like, yeah, we were in the red and I don't get paid when we're in the red. So,
Is it
yeah.
like what's the expensive cost? Like, is it Tenny or like what's eating? Can you like maybe give me an idea of like what's eating up the budget? Like, okay, 25% of the budget is this, 25%. Like, give me an idea of where the money's going.
Yeah, 100%. So most of it is actually, the vast majority of it probably like 50% of all like expense. It's the single biggest category. It's just ad spend. Now there's like ads for us, and then there's also like sometimes this doesn't happen as often, but it does still happen where clients will send us ad spend, and so the money is coming in our account, but it's also going out of our account, and it counts against our profit and loss statement.
Okay,
So
I'm not necessarily talking about that, right? I'm not talking about like if somebody, so let's just say you have a client that you're charging $1,000 a month and they give you $2,000 of ad spend. I'm not counting that $2,000 because they're giving you the money and then you're spending it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the $1,000 service fee that they're giving you. So let's say you have 10 clients that are each giving you $1,000 a piece. So you're getting $10,000. I'm not talking about the ad spend that they give you. Out of that $10,000, like how are you spending that money? Like, is this like a quarter of it is going to Tenny, a quarter of it is going to like your own client acquisition ads, which you don't have ads going on right now. Like, is it going to like other overhead costs? Like, where's the money going? Like, for example, with Jorge, I think I told you we found out that his biggest cost was his call center, and we just realized like, hey, we have to fucking kill this because it was keeping him from being profitable.
yeah, it's is like say it's 10 grand. A quarter of that will go to Tenny for now. And basically like half of it will go to or yeah, to like ad spend. I don't know, yeah, like I'd probably say about half. Um, yeah, it was a problem. So, um,
So
but
so ads spent to acquire. So basically, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're spending money on ads to close deals, and you're just not closing the deals. You're not making the money back. Is that what I'm hearing?
exactly, it's like we kind of recovered some of it back. I was able to close one here and there. Um, but yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you're saying for 7 months, that's the biggest cost. Is like, hey, dude, we're bleeding money because of ad spend. It's not being profitable. And then the other thing is just like, hey, we have this overhead that's hanging overhead of Tenny, and it's a hard fixed cost, and there's just not much we can do about that. But
Yeah,
aside from
and
that, go ahead.
well, I'm optimistic bringing in this new sales guy because he is like a seasoned veteran. He's been doing this for 20 plus years, his whole career. Um, he's in a
So is,
job
is
that he does. Oh, go ahead.
So is your game plan? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off there, man.
No.
But is the game plan like to relaunch the call funnel and then have him do the setting and closing? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna relaunch the ads for a while. Basically, we've got hundreds of contractor leads already to go, and they're still good. Like I recently sent out a bunch of texts to all of them, And he's also, dude, this guy's he's a kind of guy that will call the entire list multiple times over until he's, exhausted it completely. So I'm not going to turn on ads until he's burned through that entire list. And there's definitely a lot of live leads in there that are still good.
Yeah.
So eventually we'll turn the ads back on, but for now it's just not, I'm not putting that back on the table right now.
I know this is gonna sound silly and it's gonna sound dumb, but like I don't mean to go off tangent, but like I mean you're talking about the numbers that you hit. I mean I can tell you because I know my numbers. A low ticket funnel, dude, spend like 500, $1,000 a month on ads. Your ads are not even breaking, they're slightly profitable on the front end, and then you sell like one $5,000 thing and you're taking home exactly what you're just talking about. Like it's all pure profit. You sell two of those, dude. I mean, come on. So um yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get this set up for you, dude. Um,
Yeah,
so
dude, that'd be sweet. Yeah, like you were 100% right the entire time, and me being Mr. Nice Guy was getting me fucked over. And like every day I think about my buddy Tyler, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it was a bad month. We only brought in 7 grand." But that doesn't matter because he's the only one that gets any of it at all. He gets to decide what happens with the 7 grand. If I bring in 15 grand, I may or may not get a single fucking penny of that, you know? And it's like, what the actual fuck? Like this is just, yeah, my and then like that's contributing to the burnout too. It's like,
right.
fuck, man, what am I doing? So yeah, anyways, yeah, man, it was a not a good partnership to have. Like so far, I mean, I've learned a lot from this. In fact, like I wouldn't have picked up everything that I've learned with the cost quiz stuff, without being where I am right now. But at the same time, man, it was really not a good deal for me.
Yeah, I know. Partnerships work very I saw this really good quote. He's a partner of Alex Ramones, that Indian guy, and he had like
Yeah.
this thing. He said, "Hey, if you're I think I told you about this maybe. The moment I saw it, I thought of you. If you're really good at sales and marketing, find an operator. If you're really good operator, find a good sales and marketing person. That's it. That's the cheat code. And if not, you should not be partnering with anybody. And Eslan, I don't like saying like I don't know. I'm kind of fucked up. Like I have fun laughing and joking. Like with Ronnie, whenever he fucks up, I just laugh. I laugh at him. He's like, it's not funny. I'm like, it's funny. It's fucking funny. This is the shit I find funny. Like it was that dumb little shit that you said. So anyways, yeah, I mean it's not funny, it's painful, but like Aiden will tell you, man, like he was here, I don't know, we started 2024, Aiden, maybe beginning.
It
I
might have
don't know.
been 2020. It might have been 23 or 24. 20, I think it was 23.
Yeah. And so Aiden came in and his goal, and he basically purchased something with his partner Tyler, uh, a videographer years ago, and that's how he kind of knew me. And then he saw my low ticket stuff, and he hopped in, and then we hopped on, and he decided to work with us. So he kind of sort of already knew me and went through some of the stuff. And he was just like, "Yeah, dude, I'm so excited. I have a partner and we're at 7K and blah, blah, all this stuff." And right away, I didn't want to step on his toes. I didn't want to step on his toes because I didn't want to be rude. And so I had Mason talk to him. I was like, Mason, try to tell him to like not, get rid of the partner and this and that. Um, and so this is just like the pain I try to save you guys from. And it's like it took him a year and a half to realize this, you know? And so that's some of the stuff. It's like it doesn't seem obvious at the very beginning, bro. Um, but these are the things that like burn you out and I told Aiden, dude, I until this day, I hand to God, I believe it. Like Aiden, you are somebody that has the capacity to do 100K per month. You have the capacity to. But it's the decisions. It's just the decisions that we make that somehow, stifle us. And again, I believe that, it's one thing if you it's one thing to do and make some really cool shit because nobody can ever take that away from you. So then whenever you do start from scratch, you're not actually starting from scratch. You're starting with all the accolades and all the shit you built. So, um, anyways, I'm rambling, but I just want to maybe share that with you because a lot of people get hurt, man. A lot of people get hurt, doing things a certain type of way, and maybe the order of operations, or just not, not seeing like, the thing that's lurking in the background, like literally having a fucking videographer that you pay 2 grand to. Like to me, I just saw that and I was like, bro, that's just gonna fucking kill Aiden. You know, that can make such a big difference for Aiden. Instead of him having to pay a videographer, he could be pocketing that would be so good for his mindset. Allow him to eat. So anyways, I'm rambling, but
There's definitely
I
something there's
go
definitely
ahead, go
something
ahead.
to be said about the Alex Hormozy's buddy, because like the main reason that this partnership that I have right now is not working is because I'm doing all of the legwork. Even when I try to teach Tenny to do stuff, I have to do quality control. I have to temporarily like fire him from these ad and go high level tasks because when he messes up so bad.
Yeah.
Um, but then like my business partner does zero, provides zero fucking value. He's like, "Oh, I've got a bookkeeper. We don't need a fucking bookkeeper." He's like, "Oh, I've got lawyers. We don't need fucking lawyers. We don't need your stupid contracts." In fact, he like tries to play it up like the office space that he gives us. We have a tiny little office studio, and he tries to pretend like he's adding value that way. And I'm like, we don't even need the fucking studio. Like, we can work from home. We should be working from home. And so, anyways, I'm just like, he does nothing in the business, contributes nothing to the business. Finding this salesperson is the first thing of value he's actually provided to the business. And I've been splitting profits 60/40. Like I get 60, but like he's been getting 40% for doing nothing. Like that
Was
makes
this guy
no
that
fucking sense.
we were talking about months ago? Last
Pro-
time you were was that the guy you were kind of debating on? Like,
Yeah,
No,
I do.
that's something else. That's something else.
also, I know. Okay, I just I didn't know if that was something mentioned before.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
this is
was
something
that
new.
was that was a sales guy that he was thinking about bring because so Aiden's issue again, I mean his issues are way overhead is too high, too big and bloated of a team. You should not be doing that, in my opinion, respectfully. You got people that are eating off of his plate that should not be. Um, and sales. Like that's his issues. Like those are the issues. And so if I can bring the overhead down where he's not, and so now that's why he's here and he's like, hey, look, I'm just gonna build this shit on the side, fuck me, it is, Midas, right? And if I make enough money, whatever, then I'm just gonna say fuck it to all that because it doesn't make sense to make 15K to lose 15K and you're just fucking working for free. It doesn't fucking make any sense.
Yeah.
Every so month, day after day, it doesn't fucking make sense. You're gonna fucking burn. You will burn out. The fact that Aiden's still here and hasn't like pulled his hair out in this long, like I'm surprised. Um, but yeah, so his issue, Riviera, was that okay, I'm going to try to launch ads and close deals, but I can't. I'm struggling. So let me go and bring this Tyler guy on. But then this Tyler motherfucker wants like 50%. And it's like, what is he contributing? And at the end of the day, I mean, it is, that's a lot, but I think that's still a better situation than like what he's in right now.
Yeah,
So
Tyler was
what
at
I'm,
least good at sales, but yeah, like it's kind of the same thing. Is like he's not bringing the 50% necessarily of value to the table. It's like he was just kind of I had everything set up, and he was just the sales to make it work. But I had already built everything at that point.
And did Tyler leave? So that's why you found this other business
he never,
partner?
he was with this business partner from day one. So basically
Okay.
it's basically Aiden and he's got a partner and then he's got a videographer in the business who basically acts like a partner, even though he's just like a fucking videographer. And it's because these two are like related. And
Oh,
so
they're
you're
related.
kind of like
Wow.
splitting everything like 3 ways where Aiden's doing a majority of the work. The videographer he tries to get him to do a little bit of work and then he fucks up the ads and then he's like managing him. And
Mhm.
so, Aiden's, again, he's kind of getting fucked in all ways just by having a bloated business. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And so he basically had this other guy, Tyler, who is good at sales, who's a friend of his, and that guy wanted 50%, and he's already splitting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like bring another,
yeah, there's a lot, man.
it's hard, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking make Aiden a low ticket funnel that is gonna be much easier to close from. That's the solution. And then he's gonna be able to operate that business all by himself. And I think yeah, much better. And just sell like these $5,000-$6,000 packages. So 2-3 a month, and I think Aiden's gonna be happy. I think it's gonna be way easier. Life is gonna be way simpler. But yeah. Um, and again, the low ticket funnel is because you don't have to be crazy talented at sales. You just have to have like a really good program. People have to trust you, get people to watch content, and they will buy from you. And again, you're getting buyers, not leads. So, anyways, I'm rambling. Um, Aiden, what else is top of mind for you, man? Well, I guess like what else do you want me to know um before I get to work and start, thinking of stuff. So I'm gonna take some time to think about it, and then I'll like hit you back with like ultimately like what I think the game plan is for you. Um, but like what else do you want me to know?
Yeah. Just like,
I told you a few months ago what I thought. I thought the move was the photographers and the videographers, the wedding
yeah.
stuff, because of what you had with your wife. Again, that's how I identify with Riviera. He should be doing that. So I'm circling back, and I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna say like that's the low hanging fruit for you, man. Like if you're
Yeah.
dude, if you're fucking, I mean, I thought Riviera shit was cool, and Riviera, your shit is cool. but he's cracked the LTV, right? So he's spending $100 to sell a $2,000 thing. Like what the fuck, So like that to me is like just a no brainer. Because client acquisition, dude, you know how much it's costing us to book a call with photographers, Aiden, like $5. Ronnie's getting book calls for like $7 with
Wow.
photographers. Yeah, isn't
Crap.
insane. Yeah, this niche is insane in terms of like, yeah, there's so much here. It's so cheap.
That's unreal. I'm sure that there's ways to optimize the wedding funnel to be that level. The cost per lead is like $5 or less a lot of like most of the time. And so to be able, I'm sure there's things that we could optimize with what you guys have cooked up to make that cost per booked call even better. But the way we have it too is like we close leads over text all the time. Like we never hop on the phone. They never even ask to see our portfolio, bro. It's so fucked up, but it's crazy. We just close them over text, and we're okay with taking a little bit of a cut there. But anyways,
That's
this is
insane.
awesome.
Yeah. No, so maybe I wasn't maybe I miss wasn't clear. What I meant was it's costing. So Ronnie is he's another person within our program. He's running ads just like so his niche is wedding his niche is photographers as well. And so what I'm saying is that he's got a call funnel where he speaks to photographers and it's cost him like $10 to book a call to speak to a photographer.
Oh, whoa.
That's
Oh,
what
oh,
yeah, exactly. So what I'm
whoa.
saying is that exactly. So cost per acquisition to work with a photographer is going to be so fucking cheap,
Yeah.
right? So imagine, you're again, I when I build this low ticket thing out for you, dude, your cost per acquisition will be free for like the first 6 months. And then even after the 6 months, your cost per acquisition, I don't know, will be like $100 to sell a $5,000 coaching program, right? That's what I'm trying to get across to you.
100%. Hell yeah.
And then because your service delivery is so good, again, these guys are gonna stay on. They're gonna pay the 5 grand. You'll probably get people to re-up and pay another 2 to 5 grand as well, for another 3 months. That's what I'm trying to get across to you.
I
So
love it.
yeah,
Which, by the way, the thing that when you said that and you were talking about Marin and I doing sales for other wedding videographers, even like potentially like offering that as like an upsell, like, and we were just saying to double down on the wedding stuff. I have that. I still have that written down on my like, and it's that note has never left my nightstand. I've seen it every day, and I've just been like, oh man, like yeah, like anyways, yeah.
yeah.
So
No,
yeah.
dude, no. What you've cracked, you're on a gold mine. So it's like we got the low ticket thing, we got that as a backup. Either way, let's explore this. Let's, with the contractor stuff, do what you need to do, right? Your partner found somebody, you want to give it a shot. It doesn't sound like you're spending money on it, so give it a fucking shot. Let it see how it goes. I I can almost guarantee you, I'm gonna get this shit launched for you faster, and you're gonna make money from it faster, and then you can make your decision which direction you want to go.
So I guess what to know, like what else to know moving forward, I guess like yeah, I am going to be doing what I can to set up the sales guy for success, and if he can get closes and sales like perfect, and every now and again I talk to another contractor or guy that's a referral from my current clients and I talk to him and I can still close those every now and again and get them signed on. But yeah, like so I guess that to say I'm still going to be there pretty much like 9 to 5. Um, at least for the foreseeable future, like yeah, we'll be in the office 9 to 5, still until it's just like yeah. Anyways, so um,
That's That's good to know. That's fine. That's fair. That's
yeah,
with the stuff I'm going to set up for you again. Let's see what happens. But the way I've got my stuff set up, it's relatively cheap. I'm sorry, it doesn't cost a lot of time and energy. That's why I like doing it, because it barely costed me time and energy because I'm only talking to people that buy.
Totally.
S- let's see here.
So this is already a low ticket that you activated, Kushi?
What's that?
Is that a low ticket you were showing us that you had activated recently? That was getting that low cost per click?
So yeah, so hey, looks like I got my very first lead. Let's go. So let's see, how much should I spend?
It's amazing.
So I spent $10. So I spent $10 to get an AMR's phone number of a potential buyer, not a lead, like a potential buyer. So hopefully you guys are starting to see, right? So that ad and that funnel got me this one person. If I wanted to hit him up, I could certainly hit him up, but I don't even fucking do that because I'm fucking lazy. I don't hit this person up. I've done that in the past. I used to back in the day when I was a little bit hungrier. I would hit these people up, have a conversation, and try to get them to buy a low ticket thing, and then from there they would descend, buy, book a call and all that stuff, and that was sell my coaching program. But yeah. Um, so yeah, whatever I just shared with you. So Riviera, here's what I'm doing right now. Here's what I'm working on. So basically for the CMCC, remember I said I was going to kill it?
Yeah.
So here's what I did for the fuck of it. Hopefully this isn't confusing, but basically what I did is I basically built a new low ticket funnel for this. So basically what there is basically there is something called meta ads for videographers, and then that's going to sell the CMCC, and that's going to sell the coaching program. And then what I'm going to do is the moment this starts working, which it looks like it's already starting to work, I'm just going to put somebody behind this business and let somebody else run it if they want to. So I'm going to hit up everybody inside of SMMA cheat code, the 1,600 plus people, and say, hey, who here wants to, run this business that I'm tired of running for the last bajillion years? And then for the photographer side, which is what we're doing here, Riviera, I'm basically right now in the process of building out a low ticket funnel for that. So same thing. And then once this is dialed in, I'm going to put you in here theoretically, right? Obviously, like, who knows what's going to happen, but theoretically, I'm going to put you in here to run this one. And then we're going to do the wedding photographers and then the wedding videographers. These will probably be two separate ones. And then I'll probably start with the wedding. I don't know if we should do wedding photographers or wedding videographers, Aiden. Is it videography that you guys are doing? If it's a video,
Um, the honestly, the thing should be wedding photographers.
okay.
We just offer free engagements, and it is like, yeah, it's really
So,
good.
so you guys are closing photography deals, or you guys are closing videography deals with your ads mostly?
Photography, we did run video ads before, but the only reason we were able to close that is because it was a free wedding video, and we can only do that because my wife and I do the weddings together. If we didn't do that together, like that, there is another offer you can do. I'll have to look at. Coach, do you know Alexander Ma?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know who he is.
yeah, I bought his course. That's how I learned. I took what he this is my favorite thing, bro. I took his course, took his ads, and made it even better, made it even more effective. Anyways, uh,
I think Alexander must stole my ads.
oh, serious.
Yeah.
That's
So I figured out the Facebook PM ad and he never did. And then a few months later, I saw him start doing my shit.
no freaking way, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I probably bought one of those. That I'm a sucker for, I guess, that kind of ad. That's probably it.
Anyways, keep going.
But oh, I can't remember where I was going with that. Um,
So
oh,
because like the
oh,
reason I bring it up is like your messaging of like, hey, are you looking for this or this? I have my own variation of that. And so when you said that, I was
right.
like, oh, that sounds interesting. Because
Well,
I would say something along the lines of, hey, I would deflect the pricing right from the get-go. And so when I saw Alexander Madu, I was like, oh, I see why he's doing it. He's just doing it his own way. But anyways,
for the videos though, I'll have to go back into his course. He has like I think it's like a free like next day preview or whatever. I forget the word, but it's like you usually you do something like that anyways, so you just offer it for free. But for the wedding photographer, like it really is not honestly to me, it's not as compelling as free engagements, and the free engagements just works so well. So that's why we're
what
focusing on photography versus videography.
Okay. Ultimately, what I was getting at is like, should I build the low ticket out for like wedding photographers, or should I build it out for wedding videographers? Like, who do you want to close? Who do you want to attract? Do you want to close photographers?
Photographers.
Okay, so good. So hopefully, River, that makes sense. So I've got like a low ticket functional center market cheat code just to see if anybody wants to run that business, and then the photography stuff with us, and then I'm gonna build something out with Ada next for wedding video photography. So the game plan is again just to build all these low ticket funnels, and then just kind of one person is kind of like kind of like running steering the ship, if that makes sense.
Dude, I
Does that
think
answer
the
your
web
question?
shit's gonna crack, dude. I think that shit's gonna fucking crack. Cause
What?
especially you said that it's harder to do wedding video because you would have to do free video, and then how's that scalable? Because obviously you guys work together, you can basically knock down video for free. So it just sounds like photography is gonna be a lot more scalable. So is that kind of like why you're leaning towards? Okay. Dude, I think that especially with photography, dude, there's sometimes I'm on set. I mean, I've told you, Kushi, I take on some weddings sometimes, so I hear from that type of industry all the time and tap into them. And dude, these photographers are making more money than the videographers sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
because the albums and then the fucking, I don't know, maybe the referrals are stronger. I don't know what it is, but maybe I feel like photography is so tried and true, you
Right.
know?
Right. Whenever people think about weddings, there's no way that they're not going to have somebody take photos. I don't
yeah,
think the mindset right now, the mindset is not necessarily like, I feel like video is not like, we're videographers, but like, I don't think to a normal person, the staple is like, oh, we need to have a beautiful cinematic video. It's like, they're not, it's like people are not even educated enough. But everybody knows common sense, like, oh, we better have some photos. And so I think they're maybe even they're valued higher. And then if you just consider the workload, the dollar per hour is way higher because you're just taking fucking photos versus videography, how much you have to edit and outsource editing and time and energy that goes to editing. Like that whole thing is a lot compared to photo. Not to take things away from photographers, but anyways, I'm gonna get to work, Aiden. I'll message you. But yeah, what else do you guys want to go over?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess I'll just let you know if anything comes up.
Okay, sounds good. Aiden, is your wife good on camera, or would she want to be on camera by any chance?
right now, maybe not. She is like, uh, what is that? She's like 6 months pregnant. So I don't know. I
Okay.
think she could be.
I'm gonna write the script out and then I'll probably shoot a version myself and then I'll give you the scripts obviously. And then if I don't know, I think it could work. If she doesn't want to do, obviously don't like what I'm
I,
just thinking is like as like a marketer, her being pregnant and whatever, it could actually really work really well. It could really work where like people look at her like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant, she's a white woman, married and kids, and they might like trust her more. But if you want to find somebody else, Aiden, to like record to be the face, I personally think your wife would be great because we need a face behind this, brand. Um, and somebody more permanent than if you hired an actress, well then, you know what I mean?
Totally. Well, and actually, it's funny you should say that because I have a shit ton of BTS footage that I like every shoot that I'm there with her, I am
You did
always
my first
getting,
sale.
let's go.
No way,
Yeah.
dude.
So launched this motherfucker 2 hours ago. Got my first sale. Let's go.
You
Dude.
threw bait in the lake and you kicked your feet up and
And
that's what,
now, yeah, man. I'm telling you, the fucking low
dude.
ticket funnel shit, bro. It's
It's
Like
like a
what?
lead
amazing.
that pays you money.
It's a lead that pays you money. Exactly. Um,
That's what a 5x ROAS right there.
give me a second. Let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, I don't have the upsells on my funnel yet. So yeah, it's a 5x. So I basically just set it up. I don't even know actually. Um, so another thing that I'm testing out is I am testing out. I'm curious what your thoughts are, Aiden, because you're good. Well, you guys are both good at CRO. So these are the two pages I built out. So there's this page. There's all this stuff here. And then there's this. Which one do you think performs better?
I wouldn't be able to tell you unless I saw it in mobile. Like
Okay.
I couldn't say unless it's on mobile format.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna after our call, I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna see which one they purchased through, which page. But
If you can send
yeah. Hey,
screen,
and you know what?
I was like, if you can send
I'll send you a
screenshots
link.
of each landing page on your phone or something like that.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy is I didn't even create the course. So I sold I sold it.
Dude,
They're nothing.
yes.
I just create so I just said meta ads for video offers and I just took some shit that I already have and I put it in here. That's
Nice.
Dude.
and I'm gonna just for shits and giggles, I'll keep you guys updated, but I can almost guarantee because I know it never happens. They never actually go and study the shit. So by the time I hit them up and get them to a sales call, they won't even like know the difference. Um, and just again, I'm just trying to I don't this isn't a place from a place of ethics or moral. I'm just telling you with my experience of low ticket funnel. People buy the damn thing, knee-jerk reaction. They don't actually go through anything, so they don't know whether they got what they fucking paid for at all. And it's just your job to have a conversation, like DMs, push them to a sales call, and then once you get them to buy, then they'll actually consume content.
Nice. It's just the Trojan horse to
It's just
get
the Trojan horse. Yeah, the low ticket is literally just the Trojan horse. So Riviera, now that I got this built out, now I'm gonna start yours. I'm gonna start the low ticket for the photographers. I'm gonna build that next. And
Yeah.
so
So
we
I need
do,
to do that meta ads mastery for sure.
yeah. So
Uh, finish
we'll
that out.
yeah. So I mean, again, we can do meta ads for, photographers. I'm sorry, meta ads for photographers, meta ads for portrait photographers, meta ads for wedding photographers. Like there's all these small little courses. There's so much market share. So anyways, I'm nerding out, but I'm gonna start getting this built out for you, Riviera. And Aiden, we're gonna get you something built out. And again, I told you, man, I was like, dude, I'm gonna beat your sales guy. We're gonna make money before him. I promise.
Let's
Um,
fucking go. Dude,
this is
he has
proof.
like he has a three-touch sales system. I think he's gonna cut that down to two or even one. I think he's gonna fall on his face hard. Anyways, but he'll figure it out. He's good. But yeah, let's freaking beat him.
Yeah, let's beat them. But all right, guys. Anything else you guys want to go over before I let you guys go?
I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
All this low ticket got me fucking going pumped,
I
dude.
know. I
Yeah.
know. I can't wait for you guys to experience it, man. It's so
And
awesome.
and it will be a great test for us to see if we can really do framing, right? So I think that could change what we got. I mean, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay. All right.